All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Market Prep. I hope people are having an amazing morning. Hopefully, everyone had a great day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How are you doing today?
Hey, good morning, Carlos. So I'm hoping to be doing today much better than I did yesterday. For those of you that were live with us yesterday,
Yes.
Carlos and I gave you an object lesson on how
man.
not to trade maturely.
Yeah,
And
that was pretty bad.
it was
Yeah.
it was humbling. So look, if anything, we proved it can happen to anyone. I don't care how long you've been trading. You can have those days. And Carlos, I think you and I were just goading each other on inadvertently. We weren't trying to. It just sort of
Right.
happened.
It
And
just sort of
right
happened.
after
Yeah.
right after we gave up is when the stock we were trading made the move we were both looking for. It didn't go as far as we had hoped. It even only went down a couple of bucks. So I mean,
Yeah.
anyways, it was
It's
not pretty.
brutal.
Not
We
pretty
broke
trading.
rules. We got into trades
broke
multiple times. I mean, it was just
Yeah.
a disaster.
Yeah.
And my opinion, I'll definitely show that. I'm sure yours too, Peter. I think you had one winning trade. I think you had one partial, right?
I did. I had four trades, two of which technically were winners, but
Yeah.
really the whole thing was a mess. I actually reviewed it for all the people at P Capital Trading for our
Nice.
boot camp, and sorry because I go over my day and I share with them openly what I
Yep.
did, and it was humbling to do that and say, here I am as an educator and. And I'm definitely showing you what not to do. Like, anyway.
It was something
not
else.
good. Anyway.
We did ask people if you're on YouTube for the first time, subscribe so we can show you better trading today, and we will. We will
Yeah.
show you actual
So there
trading
you go.
today that we.
So that's our
that we
objective
do.
for today.
100%. Friends, quick look at our gappers list brought to you by tradingterminal.com. You can always head over there and see a couple of really great trading tools, including this gap up and down list. All right, so this is what we normally go through today. Seems pretty packed. Seems very busy this morning as far as stuff gapping up or down. So we'll dive into all of this here. But first, before we do that, let's take a look at our U.S. economic calendar on what we have for today.
Yeah, well, despite the being a lot of stuff on the gappers list, it's not because we've got a lot of stuff on the economic calendar, nor earnings. No earnings for today. Economic calendar really only has the U.S. federal budget being released, and we'll see what happens. If we actually, the U.S. budget, the size of the U.S. budget always surprises me. So the forecast is to be basically over budget by $41.5 billion, which actually would be an improvement if that happens. The U.S. federal budget on average is over budget by about $166 billion a month. Which is about $2 trillion a year is how much the U.S. federal government overspends. So if this comes in at that number, that would actually be an improvement, surprisingly. And again, I still like the budget deficit in the U.S. is greater than the entire Canadian budget altogether. So anyways, the numbers just baffle my mind sometimes. But anyways, let alone the fact that we can't even visualize a billion, let alone being over budget by 100 billion. So anyway, but that's the only economic data point I've got for today. It's pretty quiet. It's this whole week has been pretty quiet for economic data and quiet largely on the news and announcements. Now, what hasn't been quiet is Bitcoin. I mean, Carlos will probably get to this at some point later, but I mean, I
Yeah.
just got to mention that now that we talked about this. I've been saying for a while we need Bitcoin to get over the all-time highs around 110 to 112,000 dollars per Bitcoin is where that price needs to get to. And as we're talking right now, the price for Bitcoin is sitting at a record 117 point. Let's see, what is it now? $117,800,
Nice.
$117,853.93 as of this moment. So Bitcoin prices are at all-time highs, and just as an interesting side note, I found this chart here this morning. I wanted to share with you guys. Carlos, if you could share my screen in
Yeah,
there,
we
I
can.
just thought this was Interesting. Bitcoin at this current valuation is now the 10th most valuable circulating currency in the world. So right after the Hong Kong dollar and the Canadian dollar, you can see it's number 10 here. Of course, you gotta there's a bias in this because the market cap is listed in Bitcoin. I like how they list like U.S. currency in Bitcoin. If it was Bitcoin, here's how much it would be worth. But these numbers always estimates, I think, because I'm not sure that anybody truly knows how much circulating. Like Carlos, I don't know. Maybe I've watched too many movies where they have like pallets of US dollars out there that either get blown up or lost or I watched Narcos and apparently they were burying hundreds of millions of dollars worth of money, US dollars, because they don't know what to do with it. Anyways, my point is, who knows how much US currency is actually in circulation versus how much has been permanently destroyed or out there or whatever. Anyways, but circulating currency, of course, most of it is digital, not actual physical dollars. But in any event, I just thought this was an interesting chart that, Bitcoin rating itself always as a very unique currency. It is not a fiat currency. It is something, unique that the world should move to. And yet they measure themselves against fiat currencies here once again. So anyways, just an aside, but it's,
Yeah, it is interesting, no question
anyways.
about it.
It's an
Um,
interesting world, anyways. Yeah, Bitcoin is up out
this
there, and of
sure
course,
is.
there's all the other cryptos, the thousands of other crypto coins you can buy that basically name something. If you want fart coin, it's out there for you to put your money into.
We got that too. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
wild.
exactly.
It's wild. All right, friends, let's get to our gappers list. Here's what we got going on today. Again, a lot of stuff on both sides. A couple of low flows leading the way here. The first three off the top are low flow tickers, so we'll dive into that and see if we can pull off anything good for our low flow traders. And yes, over on YouTube, congratulations to the Bitcoin believers and holders. Yeah, 100%. You were right. So yeah, I'm sure it's a lot
Hey, look, yeah.
it's a lot of
I
people.
mean,
We should
yeah,
have
we
been right
didn't
a long
think it was
time
going
ago.
to zero,
No, we
and
didn't think it was
and
going to zero, but
It,
yeah,
it's been a
it's
long time coming. Bitcoin
yeah,
prices haven't managed to get over this level in quite a while, right? Because it
yeah, it's been
it did,
stuck. Yeah,
we got all excited when it went up to about 100,000. That was late last year when it finally broke the $100,000 mark. And the thought was then that it was going to, like, this is the big launch, and it just sort of hung out there for a month or two, and then early this year it dropped back down to around 80,000. And now we're back at these highs. So, I mean, there's still a lot of variability in Bitcoin prices. Although I will say, Carlos, it feels like it's calmed down. Like if you look at the
yeah,
chart compared to what did in years past, where it was just, like exponential growth. It certainly slowed down. But you know what? That feels a lot like, like a tech stocks or any of these high growth stocks that we look at, right? Where they tend to be like just crazy, crazy growth, and then they settle down. They keep growing, but they grow at more reasonable rates over time. So, anyways,
yeah, yeah. It's again, I still fully 100% cannot say I understand the mining and all this stuff. I gotta watch like a 5 hour documentary to understand this 100%. Still don't understand it. Didn't believe it was going to go to zero or go up. I just didn't understand it, and to this day, I still don't have a full. And maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's not meant. It's kind of like there's certain things you're not meant to understand. Like the Bible has tons of stuff you're just not meant to understand. It is what it is, and it is that, and that's just final. Stop questioning the Lord, And this could be that. It's like just stop questioning it. This is what it is. This is where we're going, and that's that. So
wow,
it
you
could be
got
one of those things, Peter. It could be.
you got very
Um,
philosophical on that. It's just it's beyond human
it's beyond human
understanding. It's
comprehension
just
of
beyond our
what
kin.
this Bitcoin means.
Right.
Just buy and hold, and there you go.
Right.
All right, friends, let's dive in here. First one on the gappers list this morning, INKT. INKT this morning, we are looking at a stock up 203%, 5.8 million shares traded, so we definitely got some volume moving here this morning. Inc T, which is
I feel
Mink
like this
Therapeutics. That was going to be a tattoo company.
inked. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. It feels like it should be a tattoo parlor, but anyways, I'm sure there. I will put money on the table right now that there is a tattoo parlor out there somewhere called Inked, spelt the exact same way. But anyways, this is actually a biotech company, and they did have positive trial data on their cell therapy for treating, testicular cancer. Not something anybody likes to talk about, but it happens. So, good news, and that's what's got them moving.
Oops, sorry, I was on mute there.
Right.
Again, if you like low flow stocks, this will be your gig here. Again, I'm not a big fan. You guys remember that? What's that show? Ink, the show with the tattoos became very popular. People will go
Yeah,
in and get
inked,
these. Was it Inked?
inked ED,
Was it on
but
like
yeah.
MTV or one of those? I forgot. It
Yeah,
was a
I'm
while
sure
ago.
that sounds like an MTV type show. Or
Yeah,
there was a bunch of them. Yeah, as Tunde says, I think there was like LA Ink
yeah, yeah.
and Inked, I know was one. And anyways, there's been a few of them.
Miami Ink. Yeah, yeah, it was pretty popular. All right, so there it is. Again, not something I'll be watching, but it is in play today. Let's look at GAUZ this morning. This is Gauzy Limited, I guess. I don't know what they do, but they're up 17% right here. 5.8 million shares traded. Also, another low flow sitting at 11 million shares float. Looks messy. Was as high as 10, back down to 6. I mean, this tells me everything I need to know on it. I will not be touching this, Peter.
Yeah, they say they are a world-leading light and vision control technology company. They make smart glass, camera monitor, and advanced driver assistance systems. They are out of Israel. And of course, the big market probably for what they do is the EV, electric cars, and autonomous driving applications. So, li- like you point out, it's a low float here. I'm seeing less than 11 million shares in the float. The only news I see on it seems to be that a couple of executives have bought some larger positions, and they are placing their own bets, I guess. So they think the company is poised for growth in the next few years. As you know, if you're an insider, you got to be careful with your buys. You got to publicly disclose. You got to do it in a very structured way so that you're not, you know, be seen to be gaming the system. If that sounds cynical on my part, it probably is. But hey, they're buying a bunch of shares. So yeah, they see good prospects in the future, I guess.
Yeah. Don't like it. Won't be on my list. Here's another one that's been making our gappers list quite a bit. BMR. If I could type it in the right location, BMNR. So here you go. Up 12% this morning. Daily has been all over the place. Look at this. So we started off like around, was it negative one? $2, all the way up to like 160 in like 3 days. We had a $50 drop 2 days ago, and then back down to 51. I mean, it is just all over the place. So just be careful. Sitting on the American Stock Exchange, Byte Mine. Is this a mining company? Why is it
Bitmine.
so? Yeah, why is it so erratic? If it's it should be a little more stable here, but yeah, it's all over the place. Float on this one is a 1.4 million shares traded. Again, it's just these low flow stocks, friends, are just not my thing.
Well, I'm just looking here at a chart of so their big strategy here is to become a treasury of Ethereum. We've talked about this in the past. If I look at their chart, Carlos, it looks like they're sort of following the price of Ethereum a little bit. So I guess that would make sense if that's where they're going to be investing their dollars. So Ethereum's not doing much today. It certainly hasn't seen the all-time highs at the moment, anyways, that Bitcoin's at, but it's been growing over the last couple of months. It's up now. 29,000, sorry, $2,977 is the price of Ethereum. So
Yeah. Good, good, good. Jasmine says, my son loves penny stock. That's awesome. He should. At his, I'm picturing he's much younger. Yeah, he
maybe
should be.
not.
He should be. His risk tolerance should be extremely high. This is okay for him, right? He can learn from it, and move forward.
Yeah.
But at our age, man, you can't be risking these penny stocks and losing half of your account. His age, he'll recover in no time, right? But yeah, this is tough. This is tough. So Nothing wrong with penny stocks. I think that you just have to know how to trade them. They're a different animal, and you can't trade them every day. You really can't trade them every day. So you gotta know what you're doing. Um, he's great at them. Yeah, yeah, exactly. He's good. His risk management appetite is much different than ours. So yeah, I'm sure he can withstand some of that much better. SBet
Yeah.
Sharp Link is here again. Again, I have not really looked at it, so yeah, I don't know about this one, Peter. What's your thoughts?
No, this has been, like you said, on our list over the last couple of weeks, on and off again. Um, I don't know. I tried to look at it, not this week, but last week I think it was, and I wasn't loving it. It seems to me that it was just a little difficult to get a handle on. But I feel that about most of these stocks, right? Until they settle out, it's very rare that you get one of these offerings that I'm like, ooh, I like the look of that one. Which makes it a huge mystery that I played MP yesterday. But anyways, I got to get over that. Um, but SBET, yeah, Carlos. I mean, look, it's been in play the last few days. I mean, if you look at the daily, it hasn't looked great just from the tiny little candles, but it definitely made some moves. But again, if you dig in, it was up and down and up and down. Like it's so little challenging, right, to try and trade this. Like the moves were there, but you had to have some good intestinal fortitude or some excellent timing to take advantage of it. So, not something I'm going to focus on.
Yeah, same here. I'm gonna leave this one alone for others to look at. Heading back to our list, friends. Let's take a look. I see Mara. See, okay. See, here we go. The Bitcoin stuff's making their way into the gappers list this morning. Mara, Riot. I don't know what this CIFR is. Lunar is not that, but we got Clean Spark, MSTR. I mean, you name it, they're all here. The whole entire gang is showing up to the party. This is their time, right, Peter? So, which is your favorite today for these Bitcoin plays?
I mean, I usually go back to coin. Well, sorry, sorry, Bitcoin. We're talking. MSTR is usually a good one. The price is a little higher these days, so harder to get a hold of. But Mara is what I was trying to say. Mara is the one that typically gets the decent combination of volume and sort of steady price action that I feel that I can trade. So. Um, yeah, again, it's tough I mean, Bitcoin has actually been moving during the trading day. It used to be that Bitcoin price would always like gap from our perspective, right, of market trading hours, because it would move overnight to the U.S. markets. But a lot of these moves this week, anyways, have been happening during the day. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I'll have to keep an eye on one or both of these Mara and MSTR just to see what they do. And maybe they'll be in play and there'll be some trading opportunity. I don't care which way it goes, as long as it gives you know, some predictable trades as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I like Mara. It's always been one that I like to keep an eye on. It has treated me well in the past. It hasn't done much lately, but today we'll look at it. I do like Coin. I just don't know how much it's going to move here, but Coin, it is up 1.1, so I will add them to my secondary list as well. Actually, you know what? No, I like Coin today. They're actually doing pretty good this pre-market. If you look at the pre-market here, you are getting
Yeah.
a nice move. Daily's doing well. Yeah, I think Coin will go on the list. So we'll put Coin here
Coin's
right next
not
to
as
Mara.
it's not as directly tied to Bitcoin, right? Obviously being
Right.
more of a marketplace, but yeah, it's still in play, I guess, or affected.
Yeah, yeah. So part of the party here, I guess. Only up 1.1 though, as you mentioned. Like the other ones are more directly affected by it, so that they're seeing much more volume. But pick your favorite friends. There's a bunch you can pick off. You look at this gappers list. I mean, there is a ton. And CIFR. What is the CIFR? Cipher mining, go figure. So yeah, another one. This you got a ton at different price range. This one is around $6. Mara is around 19. What is Riot doing today? Riot nowadays does 13. I mean, you name it. Clean Spark, CLSK. Oh, wow, 13 exactly. MSTR is the crazy one. This is the most volatile one at 400. I mean, this thing can move. This thing can move. This was just in April at 200. And already at 400, so you got a lot that you can do there. And then Iron is another one that's around 17. And yeah, you're getting some stuff there. The one that's not Bitcoin related, unless they're getting into Bitcoin, because you never know. You got companies that have nothing to do with cryptocurrencies getting into them or buying them. Is Lunar? Lunar is up this morning. Intuitive Machines. So they're up 3.1 here. Lunar's ticker. They got something going on, Peter. What's happening?
They're my favorite space going company here where they're, of course, if you remember Lunar Machines, they're the ones that had the lunar lander that fell over, right? The leg just collapsed and it fell over, and then they sent another one and it fell over. So anyways, it was entertaining. Anyways, but hey, look, NASA still has support for them. They announced some new contracts with Lunar, as Lunar is not only won a contracts for more autonomous lunar landing vehicles, they actually won a contract, Carlos. And here, I'll put it on my screen here because we got to see this one. Because, who doesn't love it? They won a contract to build a lunar terrain vehicle, the LTV. Come on, man. Who doesn't want a dune buggy on the moon, baby? So it's
It's nice.
so
It's
here we
nice.
go.
But don't
That's
we have just take the Tesla truck out there? I mean, take the Cybertruck. Why do we need to build another one? Just take the
hey,
Cybertruck. It's already done.
there's already one of the sports cars somewhere circling the planet, isn't it? Didn't Elon a few years ago, many years ago, he sent up one
Yeah,
of
didn't he send
his
something up there?
cars.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
float. They just grab that on your way to the moon, and he sent it to Mars. Oh, I don't know. So it's not circling the planet. I don't know where it went. I just know it was in space. They put a dummy
Yeah.
of a guy in the driver's seat, and it was like a convertible. Anyways, I don't know.
There's no charging stations there. Yeah, I don't think these things are gonna run on gas on space. You might want to limit actual fuel. I don't
Yeah,
know. I'm not sure if that's the case,
probably
but
little too heavy to send a Cybertruck, I would think. This thing looks a lot lighter. So,
yeah, yeah, it sure
in any
does.
event, it's just entertaining to me the stuff that Lunar gets to do. So they get some interesting, stuff. I think it would be fun to actually work, at Intuitive Machines. They make some cool stuff. Anyways, NASA's given them a contract to build some more lunar landing modules, as well as, again, this LTV, the Lunar Terrain Vehicle, as they're calling it. So, will it ever see the light of day? Will humans actually go back to the moon?
It's
I mean, we
such a
haven't been
waste
there
of
since
money.
the 60s
Mm,
that I know of.
mm.
So, assuming that even happened. Oh,
Yeah,
any lunar landing conspiracy theorists out there? This is your chance. Anyways.
yeah. Good luck with that. This stock will be back to $5 in no time. As, all right, let's continue, friends. So Les Lunar, we just love talking about it, but we don't love really trading it, and I don't
Yeah.
expect anything big out of that. All right, let's take a look at Peter. I think that covers a gap up. Again, majority of the stuff on here is Bitcoin. I mean, you can tell here. I think 50% of the stocks are within that Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Except Lunar here, right? So everything else, I mean, all of these are all Bitcoin related. So,
Yep.
Peter, anything else you liked might be gapping up this morning? Not on this list.
Not really, because almost everything that I normally watch is gapping down. Maybe the only exception is Amazon that happens to be slightly green. And I've lost track. Are we in the Amazon Prime days yet? I don't even know when they're happening. Uh, I think they're coming. I think it's next week.
It's like 3 days, right?
Or is it now? Is
Or
it
is
right
it?
now?
I
Anyways,
think it's not.
it's
It's
finished.
finished.
Oh, I
We're late.
missed it.
We missed
Oh,
it.
darn it.
Uh,
Last day was yesterday. I don't know. I mean, I stopped watching. My experience was on the Prime Day is when they try and sell you all the crap that wasn't selling the rest of the time,
it's
and they put
garbage.
stuff
Yeah.
on sale, but it's the stuff you didn't want to begin with. So, anyways, that's just my
And I
opinion.
think their numbers. I read somewhere the first day their sales were horrible on
Oh
Amazon.
yeah.
So, and I don't think they did well this year, man. The
Okay.
Amazon
Well,
Prime thing doesn't really get people to
no,
shop. I
it
mean,
it was a
it
big
was a
deal, but then
thing, but not anymore.
everybody started doing it, and I think it's lost its cachet. So.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Janine is shopping as we speak. All right. Well, let us know if you find some deals. We need to jump in on there, Janine. We'll count on you. But so
Well, we'll see about that.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways,
Oh, look,
it's
look,
the
look at
only
this
thing that
comment
was
here.
green.
I didn't even think about this, right? You can't not run fuel in space because there's no oxygen.
That's true.
That makes sense. So it's got to be battery operated. All right. I didn't think about that. Go ahead, Peter. You're saying?
I
Thank you.
said
This comment came
Amazon was the
from.
only thing of the
Just
major
wanted.
ones that it was
Yeah.
green. Everything else is red today. I mean, we're not deeply red on anything. Everything's down like a third to half of a percent. It's really not that big of a deal. But yeah, but they're all just slightly red, except for Amazon for whatever reason. Oh,
Yeah.
Netflix. How about Netflix? It's green, but it never trades any volume pre-market, so it being green doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah. I don't see anything good here. All right, so far right now, it's just two Bitcoin tickers, Mara and Coin at the moment. Let's see what's gapping down for us. See if we can take something off this list. CAPR, excuse me. CAPR this morning, we are down 37%, 4 million shares traded. Tons of volume here. Look at the pre-market action. We got a nice little drop. Capricorn Therapeutics, Peter, and again, typically these stocks don't trade very well. Not a low flow, 40 million shares flow. I do like the gap down. I do like the volume. Once I see therapeutics, I'm not excited no more because it just don't trade well at the market open. But what's your thoughts on this one, man? Everything's going for them right now. Can they continue this action into the market open?
Yeah, I don't think so. They provided an update that the FDA has sent them a letter requesting a meeting to determine next steps for the continued approval of their Deramyocel BLA, which is a treatment for muscular dystrophy. Usually that's a signal that the FDA feels that it's not meeting its endpoint objectives and may not become an approved drug, which is never good when the
Mm.
company gets that. It doesn't mean so definitively, but it's sort of like when the boss says, "Hey, can you come to my office? Close the door behind you." So,
Yeah, yeah,
you
not good.
know, yeah, not
Nothing good
usually good.
comes out of those meetings. Yeah,
Yeah,
usually not.
it's sort of like when your partner says, "We need to talk."
Oh,
So,
yes,
yeah,
yes. It's like,
yeah.
oh, what
There,
did I do?
there's no four words that can like create immediate existential dread,
Ah.
like your partner saying, "We need to talk."
We need to talk. I'm like, crap. And now it's
Uh,
worse because now before, Peter, you get that we need to talk face to face. Now it's worse. Now you get to talk. We need to talk through the text message, and you got to wait hours till they get home to
yeah.
talk. And it's like, what did I forget? The garbage? What did I
Ernesto is
forget to
saying,
do? You know?
Ernesto, I like it. Says, "Don't say them again, Peter." I'm creating dread just by saying it, and like I'm not
Yeah.
even like directing it at you, but just hearing the words. We all, anybody that's been in any relationship understands. Those are like four words you don't want to hear in sequence.
Ben
It's
says
just,
that's
yeah,
called Tuesday for me with my wife.
yeah. Anyways,
uh, well, at least you got a couple of days until Tuesday. Here it is. Next one on here. BTCM. BTCM. There we go. Comments are great today. There's some really great comments. He's another one from
it's a
Jesse
Friday, man.
James. It's
People
a
are,
Friday. I
yeah.
could feel it. James has everyday prime at my house. Hashtag ask my wife. So it's comments are awesome today. All right, BTCM this morning. We are down 15%, 932,000 shares traded. So again, pretty bad drop here. How come? Bit Mining Limited should be doing well today, but they just recently gapped up
It-
huge. So maybe it's not a reflection on their business. Maybe it's just kind of pullback from
well,
the
it's
big gap
bad
up.
timing. It's
Yeah.
bad timing on their part. So they are a Bitcoin miner, which you'd think would be good, right? Especially with Bitcoin being at all-time highs. However, unfortunately, yesterday they issued a statement saying they're doubling down on their approach to raise another $300 million to invest in Solana, which is a different cryptocurrency. So again, and any other day that probably wouldn't be an issue. But the fact that Bitcoin is hitting all these all-time highs and they say they're actually moving away from it to invest in Solana is probably is what's got them, I imagine, gapping down. So it's just timing, bad timing.
Yep. Not good for them. Won't be on my list. Doesn't look tradable. So we'll leave that one alone. Let's look at CRWV. Oh, CoreWeave, our good buddy.
Yep.
CoreWeave. What have they been up to?
Yeah, we
Let's
haven't
take
been
a look
looking at
here.
them for a while.
Yeah, sliding, losing some steam on the daily here. So they're down 3.4 this morning, 512,000 shares traded. Wasn't the thing this should be worth like $25, $50? It should be the price tag. But what's going on today, Peter? It looks like yesterday had a big drop. Today another red morning at least. What's the latest and
Well,
greatest?
if you remember, we last talked about them because they were looking to acquire. I think it was Big Bear, wasn't it? There was rumors that that was going to be,
Oh
but I
yeah,
haven't
yeah,
heard
yeah.
anything more about that. So I don't know what's happening. Usually, the company that does the acquiring is the one that drops
Mm-hmm.
because they've got to pay for the integration and do do all that stuff.
Yep.
So usually the company being acquired goes up and the company acquiring goes down. But
Mm-hmm.
Corby's been pretty quiet on that front. So I'm not seeing. They got another analyst that's following them as of today. They got a downgrade yesterday afternoon. Um, from a buy to a hold. I don't know. They did announce that yesterday. It didn't really get much press. It was yesterday morning that they had. Oh no, was it this morning? Sorry, this morning they had an announcement that they are launching the first RTX Pro 6000, which is the I guess it's sort of like the flagship Nvidia processor platform as a cloud platform anyway. So they put a lot of money behind it. They are going to integrate the Nvidia GPU architecture into a purpose-built cloud platform for their clients. So um,
Mm.
apparently that's not good enough to float them. Usually you just have to mention Nvidia and it's a good thing. Didn't seem to be working this morning.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Not looking too hot there. All right, friends. So a few more here in our gappers list. We covered the top three. The next is going to be AMPX. Not a whole lot that's looking great here, but this one is down 3.2. 424,000 shares traded right now. And as you can see here, again, it just doesn't look attractive. The daily looks great. The daily's been moving up pretty nice here. And it just disappeared from my gappers list, so it must have been going back and forth between that 2% or so. So I'm not sure what the float is, as it just went away here. But for the most part, I don't like the pre-market on it. I like the daily, but that's about it. Volume, it's okay. I don't see myself trading this, Peter. And I can't see the float anymore. Not sure if it's low or not.
38 million.
All
No,
right,
sorry, I got
borderline.
that wrong. I was looking at the wrong screen. 86 million is the float on it for Armpit Technologies. I mean, sorry, I read that wrong. Amprius Technologies. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, they make battery systems and battery technologies for, of course, EVs and drones and other things. Carlos, I don't think I've ever seen this on our list. I was just looking at the chart here and their average trading volume. I don't like it. So
Yeah, we'll leave that alone. All right, let's see what else. What else, friends? So we have Oscar Health. You guys remember this one was very active. Today is down, so losing a lot of ground, down 2.2 million shares traded. Look at this pre-market action. I mean, this is horrible. It's pretty choppy. Daily looks like the fun just might be over on the daily. Again, had this day in the sun here, boom, 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 and now we're just kind of heading back down to where they normally hang out at. So I don't see anything great here. They do got tons of volume though. They have been getting much more volume since the middle of June until now. Obviously, I think it's going to go back into their cave and not really being tradable no more. Peter, anything else on this one?
no, no, nothing to report.
Yep. All right, and last but not least will be SoundHound. We've seen this ticker many, many times. Today they're down 2.2. 1 million shares traded. There's the daily. You see a little bit of a pop over the last couple of days, giving some of that back. Typically not something I watch, Peter, but today they're in play with some volume. 1 million shares traded. So I just don't like their into the action. Like I watched them a couple of times, and I never really found a good opportunity or good trading on it for me to take a shot of it. So I probably won't be having it on my list today.
Yeah, I don't see much of interest in it. I love when there's like random articles that come out. So, look, we all know Nvidia's story, right? First company ever to cross the $4 trillion mark, the most highly valued publicly traded company on the planet. And the article headline says, "Can SoundHound AI be the next Nvidia?"
Yeah,
No, no, it
yeah,
can't.
sure.
I mean, I think I can answer that for you. Thank you, thank you, article author.
Who's
But
writing this stuff?
yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't know. You know what? Maybe no one is. Maybe it's a different AI bot that's writing it, for all I know. But
yeah, it's not running on Nvidia
I
chips.
mean,
I'll tell you that much.
their last quarter revenues were $29 million. I'm just putting that out there. So if to even ask the question, that's sort of like, saying, can Peter become the next Elon Musk? The short answer is no. No, he can't. Not from where he's sitting today. I'd have to do a lot more impressive stuff before you could even dare to, suggest that I could achieve that level of wealth and fame slash notoriety. So,
Yeah.
anyways, no. I mean, I'm not saying it could
Dan's
never happen, but could
Dan
it could
says
it
never
be?
say
No.
never.
Based
Never
on
say
the
never.
evidence provided to date, no. Anyways,
Yeah,
all right,
agree.
moving on.
Yep.
Random rant for today. Mini
Yeah,
rant.
I like it. I like it. All right, friends, that covers our gap up and gap down. I mean, there's not much else to see here. Peter, anything that you like today is gapping down that we have not talked about yet?
Look, like I said, everything is gapping down today. Pretty much all the Magnificent Seven, or the Terrific 10, as I think we decided to call them. Pick whichever ones you want. I actually love these days when things are just moving a little bit, either up or down. There's no big news out there, so yeah, I really have nothing to distinguish between Nvidia, AMD, PLTR, Tesla, or Apple. They're all just doing a little bit of nothing. So pick whichever one you want.
Yep. All right, friends. I think there it is. I am going to be watching Tesla. It's not on deck right here for me right now, but I will watch Tesla as usual. And then I'm going to put Nvidia as well. So I'll put those. And this might be my 4. Again, quiet starts the day. We'll see where things go. All right, but let's continue here with our chat. See what you guys like this morning. We'll start here on our members chat. What we got going on? What do you guys like? GRRR. Steve, I know you like this one, right? Have you traded already? Have you yeah, because I think you watched it a
Just like
couple of
saying
times. Yeah, right? So
it, but I've never traded it.
I have never traded it. How did it do yesterday? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at yesterday. Let's go here and back up, back
No,
up.
I mean, look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah, see,
it's messy.
that's an ugly
Mm.
chart, really.
Yeah, it's messy. I mean, unless you, this depends on your trading, but the way I trade, this would be it would not be good. Then goes does nothing for the rest of the day. So gotta be careful, Steve, how you trade this one. You have traded, so Steve has traded this one already, because I know you watched it a couple of times, right? So again, depends on your trading style. What else? Check in here, Holo, micro cloud hologram. What are we doing today? We're up 62%, 21 million shares traded. They definitely are trying to get somewhere in a hurry, Peter. They're moving pretty fast here, and yeah, it's definitely in play. What's the float on this? How come it's not on my list? Should be on my list, but it's
They
not.
it looks like they had some good timing here. They announced that they have purchased up to $200 million in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency related security derivatives. So the fact that you announced hundreds of millions of dollars of Bitcoin purchases when Bitcoin is at all-time high, some just good timing. I think that's the only reason why it's got some attention. Good move though. I mean, I'll give it that. I don't know.
Yep.
I'm skeptical. I mean, certainly a good move this morning. Yeah, it's got volume. It might be in play. I got to tell you, I mean, guy, sorry to come back to it, but after yesterday's debacle, I'm not trading it. I'm not going anywhere near this thing. But it's in play.
We're talking about
It's in
MP or HOL?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, you want to talk about? Okay. All right.
No, I was talking about MP. Just I'm
Yeah.
not trading the
Micro
sexy info
Cloud
thing.
looks good. It looks good. What's the float on this, Peter? I missed it. I was doing some other stuff here.
Uh,
You
it's
have it?
not bad. It's sitting at, oh no, it's lower than I expected. 4.6 million shares. So it is
Ooh,
a low float.
okay. It is a low flow. I do like the action on it though, the way it's moving. It's a good low flow. It's a good low flow. So we're gonna put it here, low flow. So be careful. But if you're a low flow trader, this is the one you're watching today. So yeah, looks pretty interesting. All right. What else, friends? Over on YouTube as well. Let's see what else you guys got. CAPR. We did look at that one. Doesn't fit with my criteria, but we did look at CAPR. Again, therapeutics company. Usually at the market open, they just do a lot of sideways action. Once you get the initial drop, I noticed that you just kind of hang around, and it's very difficult to go anywhere. Right, like there's a drop, 40%. That's it. It's just gonna just start going sideways at the market open. I've seen that many times. I'm not saying it's gonna happen here. It could be a great trader, but for the most part, I don't see good intraday action on this one. But watch it. You know what? Now you're going to make me put it on the list, not on my list, but just to see what it does later. So I remind myself to come back and look to see how that does. But yes, it is in play. I just don't know how well RBH 176224, how well that's gonna trade, right? So imagine, oh, everybody's name was like that. Like everybody's name was like some kind of serial number. It will be eventually once the Cybertrucks robots start taking over. Let's see here. What else? MP we looked at. MP. Let's look at MP. We'll look at MP. Yes. So here's MP. Is it in play today, Peter? Will you be trading it?
Oh no, it's not. I mean, look, it truly is not really in play today.
Yeah.
Great, jump up yesterday. Said up at a high, it was up 60% over Wednesday's close. And then it had dropped a little bit, not as much as Carlos and I had thought, and nor as quickly. But anyways,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it just the volume's pretty low. It does have about 1 million shares traded today, but it doesn't look that. It's certainly nowhere near as energetic as it was yesterday. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh my God.
All right, let's see here. Okay, let's see on YouTube. How about YouTube? What do you guys like this morning? Let's take a look. CRWD, CrowdStrike. CRWD is CrowdStrike. And let's see what we got going on here. It's not really in play. No, this is a no for me. Yeah, I don't see it in play. Big drop yesterday, so maybe today they can get something going. But they do these big moves quite a bit, right? Look at another big drop there, 510 to around 45, recover a little bit. Yes, the same thing, 515 to about 45. Didn't recover a lot. So again, they typically move this much. It's not anything new to them. Man, CrowdStrike's been these guys just moving for 206 about a year ago, and then here we're just climbing. Very nice. All right, good. What else? WLGS. We'll do a few more. Then we'll. Oh no. You just want me to?
We are running a little late, but
Yeah. Oh yeah, we are 9:15. Yeah, no, man, this doesn't look good at all. This is pretty penny stock. Yeah, I'm not a fan. So be careful. You really gotta like this stuff. But yeah, guys, not a whole lot. I only got 4 tickers here. Mara, Coin, Tesla, Nvidia. So not a whole lot today, and that's fine. And then one low flow, my secondary. So we'll see what we can get out of it. It is Friday, so let's head over to our Fridays tab. You can always go to bearbutchers.com. You click on webinars at the top, and that is going to show you what's happening for the next 2 weeks. If you scroll on down, today is Friday. We do have some activities today happening. So Peter will take you through that.
yeah, it's usually pretty light on Fridays. We like to let you sort of ease into your weekend. And today the only thing we have is the boot camp prep meeting. So if you're thinking about going to the boot camp or already registered for a future camp, then you can join Michael at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock at 11 a.m. probably 8 o'clock East Coast time, but 11 a.m. Eastern, where Mike's going to be talking about what you can expect in boot camp and give you some exercises to get you started. It is a pretty intensive 3-month program, so it's always good to get ahead of the game. We are heading towards the end of the current camp, which is always sad, and everybody's like, oh my God, I haven't done everything I want to, because there's just so much material that we throw at you, and I think as we come to almost midpoint of July, and this camp ends in August with the next one starting in September. It's things, just time keeps on moving. So, anyways, 11 o'clock today. If you have already signed up, then you know where to go. You go to pcapitaltrading.com, and you'll go into the dashboard, and you can find the meeting room there. So. That's the only thing we've got today. Here at Bearable Traders, though, we will trade live with you through the open, both on YouTube and in the chat room. We've got a whole ton of stuff happening, of course, and we're with you live all day. So if you wanted to join us, go to bearabletraders.com, and you can find the different membership options from the intro right through to the Elite Annual, which is still on sale. Andrew's flight got delayed. He's not back today like he anticipated. So we got one more day of sale. So it's going to take you through the end of the day today, at least. Carlos, if you can just scroll up for me, then we can see what those different packages are. But you can get half price off that Elite Annual. It's still a good deal. So there it is, available for you. In other community news, I know we got some tennis fans. Raf, if you're following tennis, the men's semifinal is on right now. And Fritz, who's an American, ranked 5th in the world, is playing Alcaraz right now, who surprisingly is only 3rd. He's ranked 3rd. But anyways, they're playing as we speak right now at Wimbledon. I always love Wimbledon. It's such they like to stick to the old rules. They make everybody wear white. Anyways, play on grass. Fritz had a little tumble, hurt himself earlier. So anyways, if you're interested in tennis, that's happening. You can go watch it. All right, let's focus on trading though, because we got the market open in about 12 minutes. Carlos and I are going to be demonstrating to you this morning as we trade live how you trade maturely. That's our target and our objective. We'll do it. We'll show you what that looks like.
We'll show you today. No question.
Anyway. All right, let's set some levels, Carlos. Moderators, get your lists in so I can let everybody know what you're taking a look at.
Yeah. All right, friends, quick levels here on Mara. We'll start here, just coordinating with Thor. Thor's going to be trading live today, so he's going to be in chat trading live for you guys, and then he's going to join us later on YouTube around 11 or so. All right, here it is. Mara. Mara is high of the pre-market 1989. The low is 1951. Towards the bottom, plenty of levels. Do not need to add anything more. Don't make this more complicated than what it needs to be. Previous day close, highs and lows, boom, boom, boom. All good. There's the boom, boom, boom from Paris. Paris was booming yesterday.
He was
boom,
booming.
boom, boom, everything.
You know,
I
love listening to Paris. He was trading live in the morning, and it's always great. You know things are going well when he's like, boom, boom, there it is, boom.
Yeah. And then the soft, I love you, Tesla or Nvidia, wherever he's trading. He loves whatever he's trading. All right, 2058 towards the top on Mara, and then we continue here to the next level. Is going to be 21. So once you do that, you are pretty set on Mara. Again, pretty straightforward on the levels here. Not really anything too complicated. I don't know if that's going to be a great trader today, but we definitely want to watch some of the Bitcoin type plays here. Coin, high of the pre-market 399.77. We'll slam one there. Towards the bottom, another one that's also pretty set. Highs and lows for the last 2 trading days. Previous day close. I mean, you got everything on here. Is coin all-time high? I know they were pretty close a few weeks back.
I think so. Hold on.
Did we blow? No, we did. Okay. We got this IPO thing where it went all the way to who knows where. Yeah, this 428. This is the fake all-time high, 428.31. But yeah, we're 52-week high. We're up there. You know, when things IPO, they shoot up and whatever. But there's really no levels up here. There's really no other levels into that other level that's the IPO initial offering dates. So 399 is on here, guys. Towards the bottom, you got plenty of levels here, pretty much set. Let's look at our buddy Tesla, and if we dive in here, we're just going to remove some of the older levels. New levels for this: low of the pre-market 307.27, the high of the pre-market 311.26. And once you do that, you're pretty much set, especially towards the bottom. You got everything down here. Towards the top, we're just going to mark down 315.63, and we'll do another level at 321.81. So again, 315.63, got a lot of support happening there. You got more support and resistance happening also at 321.81. Last but not least is our good buddy Nvidia, which again, it's just there's not much you need to do here. Just the highs and lows of the last 2 trading days are sitting here at all-time highs, so there's no levels above, and you got your levels below already based on the last 2 trading days. So you're pretty much set there, and there's not much that needs to be done here. So you're good to go. You couldn't log in. Yeah, see that this advanced 2016, there was a big problem with the date yesterday, and some people, we try to get everybody to tell them, hey, the trading terminal webinar is at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So if you showed up at 8 p.m., like I said on the website, you missed it. We apologize for that. I don't know how that
it did
happens.
get updated. It was
did get
updated.
Okay.
by the early
Yeah.
afternoon. But yeah.
Yeah, if you planned it days ago and you still had the whole time, man, you missed it. But and I don't know if that's record. I don't think those are recorded. I'm not sure. All right, Peter, take us through what our team is watching, and we'll go from there.
All right, guys. Well, let me start here. Lenny's got a remarkably short list today. He's only watching Amazon, Nvidia, and Tesla, and he's not watching any of the crypto offerings. So, all right, Lenny, keeping it tight. That's unusual. Thor is going to be watching Tesla and Amazon. Eamon's got a potential long on Mara. Not a surprise there, I guess. Brendan's going to be watching Tesla, AMD, Nvidia, and Mara. Brian's going to be watching Tesla, Nvidia, Amazon, IBIT, IBIT, PLTR, and of course the market indices. Mike is just keeping an eye on the scanners. As always, I've got Tesla, Nvidia, PLTR, AMD, Apple, and Mara on my list. Got one IPO potential to let you know about, and Gary in with his list watching PLTR, Mara, and Tesla. So you can see Carlos's list at the bottom there. He's watching Coin, while a lot of us and Mara, as well as Tesla, Nvidia, and of course the low float we talked about, HOLO, which is absolutely moving with good volume here today. But yeah, Carlos. Anyways, we'll keep each other honest here, but careful with that one.
Yeah, yeah,
Whatever you
absolutely.
do. Yeah, guys, whatever you do, trade smart here. You want to go into the weekend knowing that you traded maturely and did not make any silly, moves that you will then later regret. That's my objective. And yeah, we'll see how today goes. We've got about 7 minutes, a little under 7 minutes till the market opens. So we're going to get our live traders for the chat room queued up here. I think today we've got Thor and Brian who are going to be trading live with you. And of course, Carlos and I will stick with you on YouTube.
Yep, absolutely, friends. Take care, trade safe in chat. We'll let you go, and Thor and Brian should be on shortly. All right, perfect. All right, let's switch over. Chat is gone. YouTube
Yeah.
is good. Mute Thor. Thor is getting ready to rock and roll in chat. If you want to see Thor train live, friends, you can head over to bearwithtrades.com. $19 gets you in for a week, plus a couple of courses, so it's pretty cool stuff.
It is.
Just switching.
It is. All right. Thor's getting right in there. Everybody's saying hi to Thor in the chat room. Carlos, you and I'm telling you, it took me probably about, realistically, it took me 3 hours to sort of recover from those bad trades
Mm-hmm.
on MP because I was not trading well. I missed a couple of opportunities because
Yeah.
I just then didn't trust myself after those, and it was good by the time the close came around, but really it affected my whole day, and
It
it
was bad, man. I have not traded that bad in a long time. Like, it was pretty intense. So we're going to make that up today, not by thinking about making our money back, but we're going to make it up by showing you guys how we actually trade on a regular basis. Good, following
yeah,
our
you can't
discipline,
you
and
can't make the money back. That money's
nah,
gone.
the money's
It
gone. Yeah,
just
it's gone. It's
it
gone,
doesn't
gone, gone.
work that way.
Nope,
Yeah.
nope, nope. Surely does not. All right, here 5 minutes to the market open, friends. And MP, what's MP doing? I'm kidding. I'm gonna take this off my list. It's from here, from yesterday. Some of my watch is from yesterday. I'm just gonna clean this up and make sure that MP disappears. All right, putting my list together. We have Mara, we have Coin, Tesla, and I think you know what? I think we got in it because we were just bored. There was nothing happening. Like, oh, MP's moving. Let's trade this. No, it's not a good idea. No, nope, no MP today, friends. All right, so I got Mara, Coin, Tesla, and Nvidia. And then secondary list, I got this hologram ticker. What's it doing now? Yeah, it's fun. Might be over already, man. It's still, never, maybe not. Up 63%, 26 million shares traded. What's your psychological reset process? I mean, I didn't really do much of that. So I picked up the kids from summer camp. I went to the park with them, and we went and got ice cream. Then went for dinner. We went to a restaurant. So that made me
Wow,
forget
that's a lot of
about
stuff.
yesterday completely. And we were just doing normal stuff, right? So that didn't
Ah,
allow
there you go.
for me to sit in and be part of that. What happened, Peter?
Yeah, no, just Karma and T-Man. I wanted to see
Mm-hmm.
how long you guys thought I could hold a smile. So I
Oh,
froze the
I
camera.
didn't.
I
I
I
didn't even
froze the
notice.
camera. I've learned that if you turn your camera off and you're doing something weird, then you're stuck with the weird face. So I
Yep.
tried to just have a smiley face because I'm starving here. So I was gonna pour myself some cereal, but then I got distracted setting up my watch list here for the open. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
anyways, sorry about that. Sorry about the creepy. I could do that though. I can. You can freeze it doing anything you want, right? Because all I have to do is like, and then I turn my camera off.
That's good.
And then I can have
Yeah.
like a free creepy frozen face doing whatever you want.
Yeah. I
So,
like it. I
anyways.
like it.
In
Yes. 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 What's
any
the
event,
1 minute? Here it is.
fun with technology.
That's it, man. That's it.
All right. We can unfreeze that now. Yeah,
Well,
there you go. 400 likes. Uh yeah, I
we
don't
can
know. I
also
don't know what's gonna move today. I
override
don't have
Peter and put this one. This is one of my favorite pictures here.
Oh man, the old
This is one.
cigar pick.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
it's one of my
yes
favorite pictures.
indeed.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes indeed.
I had a great
That was
cigar
like again,
this
that
week.
was like
It's
3
really good.
a.m.
Yeah,
That
yeah. No,
was
it's classic. I mean, it's the right time. It's the right time. Right time to do that. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. We are ready to rock.
who's posting this? Who? BB Fasher in the chat room posted
What
something that
happened?
says Annex Canada. Come on, buddy. Anyways. Was it Cuban? I don't it was actually a Cuban cigar, I believe. I can tell you because I have another one right here. I'm sure like I've ruined this cigar because it's not been in a humidor or anything. Oh, it's really
Oh yeah,
hard.
if it's
It's a
probably gonna be very bitter.
Oliva. This is the cigar right here. So,
Mm.
anyways, yeah.
I drive by the MP manufacturing facility about once a week. It will always be a little more special to me now. You know, if we have a dog, can you just take your dog to the parking lot and just have it do its business there, just
Um.
for us, and leave it right there in the parking lot. All right, just do
Oh
that for me
man.
and Peter. Don't
Oh
get
man.
caught. Watch
To
your
your earlier
cameras.
question, my reset yesterday, I went out and mowed the lawn, and
Oh,
I like mowing the lawn, right? There's a lot of noise. You can't talk. You can clear your mind and think about nothing. Anyways, the open's about to
yeah,
happen in 3 seconds. Let's get ready. I don't have any open trades lined up, so gonna take it easy here. I know that if I'm
same.
patient, there's most likely to be opportunity a little bit later. So let's see what we got. We got the
There you go.
crypto pulling back here a little bit at the open. Nvidia's going higher.
This one.
Tesla. I don't know what Tesla's doing. All right, guys. Let's see what we got. MBO, I wouldn't say it's I don't like yard work. I actually dislike it, but it is good to reset. I find if I need to reset my mind because I can actually think about nothing. There's that old joke about, men in the nothing box, whereas women can't think about nothing. Anyways, I can actually think about nothing. It's
Hmm.
good because I can come back and just say, all right, calm down. All right, if you find a trade, great. If you don't worry about it. For
Yeah,
me, that's the biggest thing about resetting is the Carlos, like we were sort of t talking about. It's about getting out of the I've got to make the money back, right? That's what I have to
yes,
clear my
yeah,
mind of, and just saying
yeah.
what's done is done. The next trade will not get the money back, even if it's a winner. It's
Even
new
if it
money
does, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because otherwise what you're trying to do is you're going to artificially try and push a trade to do something it might not be designed to do, right? Make more money,
right. Yeah,
work
yeah,
faster than you expect,
hold
whatever it
longer than what
is,
you
right?
should. I've done that before
Right?
plenty of times, right? Like I should be
Take too
partially
big of
now,
a
but like,
size.
oh man, if I wait another couple of more cents, I can cover the loss, right? You don't want to do that. And
Right.
deviating from your plan. So
Nope.
yeah, that's 100%,
Yeah.
100%.
All right. Nvidia's green and pushing higher here. Let's see if we can get through
Yeah, look at
165.
Nvidia go.
Yeah.
Tesla, Coin,
Tesla's not
and
doing
Mara.
much here.
Yeah, pretty quiet right now. Oh, look at this.
And
Halted to the
Hollow
downside.
must have been
Yes.
halted, right?
It's just there right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
there you go.
just a lot of these low
And
flow
just
stocks do their thing in the pre-market, right? They'll do great in the
mhm,
pre-market. Market open gets very messy. So
yeah.
yeah,
And the fact that the very first halt happened only 2 minutes in and it's on the
yeah.
downside, all bad.
Look at
All bad.
Nvidia, man.
So,
Nvidia's on a tear. What's the all-time high in Nvidia, guys? Now, what's the
well, it was, I mean, we're above it right now.
we're above
So,
it now? Okay, was it like
oh yeah.
164.80?
Well, it's
Looks
set
like yeah.
164.50, I think is the number that we set
Okay.
yesterday.
I think we were higher too,
Yeah.
164.84 the day before, but it doesn't matter. We're above all that
Well,
now, so yeah, I
I
think
see
so, right?
164.42. Anyways, all
I see
right, whatever it is.
164.81, but again, it doesn't matter. We're above that now, 165.13, 15, all-time highs in Nvidia. This thing is cranking, man. Wow. Yep, no halts in the pre-market. Only halts is news related. There's a news event. They can halt it for that. I think there's other ones, but as far as there's no volatility halts in the pre-market.
Oh, I see. You were using
Yeah,
pre-market data too, weren't you?
yeah, it's like after hours data the day before or something, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
pre-market. Yeah,
Once you're right. Yesterday, pre-market 164.84 was the high
yeah,
it had
somewhere
hit.
there.
Yeah,
Yep.
gotcha. All right. Anyways, whatever.
But here it
Like you
is,
said.
making history.
Yeah.
Making history. In fact, let's yeah, it's wild. Let's see if we can get something going here. UK swing trader, yes. I do usually pick stocks that tend to have good volume, but not just that, because there's a lot of stocks that are trading more average volume than they normally do, and they look horrible, right? Look how we went through our gappers list and we didn't come up with a lot. So that's part of it, but you also want to see stocks that have other criteria for us to trade, right? So that's part of it. Usually, the idea is that usually if you have a good pre-market volume, like Holo does here, right? You are going to be in play in at the market open, a higher chance than other stocks. Which, in case it is, but this one's just a horrible one, and you can see that it dropped here. So
The best
Nvidia's
part of
gonna
waking up.
breakfast in your cup. Oh, this is a coffee. What is? I know this. No, don't
You
tell me.
said
Don't
you said
Peter,
that you
something
said
in
the
your
best
cup.
part, and it put that song in my head. Oh, you can't identify it?
Best
You don't
part
read
is
the comments,
coffee.
Carlos.
All
You gotta
right, the
figure it
best
out.
best part of
Part
waking
of
up
waking up is
is Folgers in your cup.
ah.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Let's
There you
do this,
go. You
baby.
got it. There you go.
Oh man,
Classic
those
ads
tunes
for you.
they do the job, man. They get stuck in your head for years. Like I would die and I would never forget that. You know, it's just
Yeah.
it's no, not gonna happen.
Yeah. They don't make jingles like that anymore, you know? They used to have every brand had its jingle, and I
Yeah,
don't think companies have
I think
jingles anymore.
I think the new generation might find it corny now. You know, so they might
Oh,
find, oh,
it
that's
is. It
corny.
was,
Yeah,
but
it was, but
it was still. But like you said, it sticks with you for life, man.
hmm
It's anyways, because now I think they often use like rock songs and popular songs, and
yeah.
that's not it's not a jingle. It's not the same. Anyways.
Nvidia is the most interesting thing I see. Hate to say it, but but MP
Yeah.
is near 51. MP might be a long. Can we trade MP long? Actually, it's
Oh,
trading very good,
oh,
Peter.
please.
I don't want you to look at it, but it's trading very good
Oh,
right now. So got a nice pop there, but Nvidia's doing the same. I'd rather look at Nvidia, and I'm waiting for a pullback on Nvidia. Minute 5 has gone. pass here and still no pullback. And I don't want to take it here for 5 minute RB because I think it's just too far. Um, and I always find all-time high tickers like this one to be difficult to trade. You know, they're not the easiest stocks to trade.
They're not. They're not. Can't believe you're looking at MP. I feel like you're
I did, I
it's
did. It
crazy.
looks our team.
Okay. For anybody watching Holo, HOLO, we got about 10 seconds before it reopens.
Mm,
So it should reopen at 13 seconds here. So I don't know. There's a little bit of delay, but it should be opening right now. And it did not open. Okay, so it didn't open at the 5 minute mark, which means then they're probably holding it for 10 minutes. So
yeah, it's been so wild. Let's take a look here. Hood. Someone mentioned Hood. Let's take a look. Nice breakouts, pulling back. It did a nice 5 minute RB. I missed it already, but it did a nice 5 minute RB breakout here above the previous day close. On top of that, so that was pretty cool. At 9907 all the way to 121. It's pulling back in the 5 minute. TOS not working. I haven't checked my TOS account. Let's see. Thinkorswim. No, it's working. The mobile is. Well, hold on. Let me actually pull up a ticker. Oh shoot, it's not loading.
yeah, we're getting
Mm.
we're getting multiple reports of Thinkorswim having issues. So
Yeah, it's not
guys,
loading.
yeah, you're not alone. I see a lot of comments here in the on
Oh,
here on
getting
YouTube
closer.
and in the chat room.
Position.
People are commenting as well. So looks like
Oof.
Thinkorswim is down. That's never good.
That's
Never
never
good.
good. Oh man, hopefully you guys are not many. I see some comments people are stuck in positions already. Man, hope you're not stuck in Hood. I mean Holo. That is
Mm.
brutal. Yeah, it's not loading. Wow.
Yeah. It's down, baby. Actually, I never checked. Did I ever get my maybe I should be shorting Microsoft again. Did I ever get my email back? Surely they got things working.
Mara coin. Tesla selling down.
Mm.
CAPR was another one that we were looking at. Actually taking off here. Look at the recovery on CAPR, man. That is pretty cool. Actually trading much better than what I thought. Someone mentioned this one. Um, but look at this.
Mhm.
Yeah, Eric, this is. I mean, it's scary. I've never been stuck in a situation where I have a position open and couldn't close it or something.
Yeah.
Because of system.
That
So
is
that's never actually happened to me.
that is a fear of mine, I'll admit.
Yeah. So now, do you have a? Here's my question, and we might not have the answer
Mm.
to this. With Dash Trader Pro, right? Let's say you have your
Yep.
daily limit. If
Mm-hmm.
for some system everything
Mm.
falls apart, will my daily limit trigger and close out all
Mm.
positions? I
That's a
hope
good question.
I'm banking that that's gonna happen.
Mm.
I'm banking on that, but I don't know.
I don't
But
have
like
a daily
worst
limit
case,
set, so
yeah, I have one.
I guess
It's a very high one. It's like 2,500, just in case like I forget something, I have an emergency, I leave something open. Like I know I won't lose more than that, right? That's like worst
right.
case scenario. But I don't have like some people have like a daily. What I did when I first started, like
Hmm.
250 per day, whatever. So allow me to trade
Right.
smaller. But I do have 2,500. It's just like a safety. Like okay, if the world falls apart, and I can't be back for another hour. It shouldn't be more than this. I wonder if that's going to take effect if there's a system issue.
Oh, that's a good question. I suppose it depends on what the issue is, right? If their entire system is down, then presumably the system that would, you know, log you out is also down.
Hmm.
But I don't know.
Yeah, that's it's madness. Again, this normally doesn't happen. Although Thinkorswim, I don't know. They're we've seen a couple of issues from them before, so I'm sure there are some unhappy ex post about TOS right now. I only know of one UK swing trader. So TOS, I had TOS since 2007, maybe more. No, 2017, 20, no, I don't remember. But they've been with TD Ameritrade since forever that I can remember. And now they were swapped. So only once. Unless there's some other dealings in the back end that I'm not aware of.
Right.
Nvidia, I like Nvidia for a breakout here. High of day breakout, all-time high breakout. I mean, it'll be a quick pop. I just don't know how long I can sustain it. Yeah, let me go. I'm going long Nvidia for a high of day breakout. Let's see if we can get a nice little pop here. So high of day breakout Nvidia. It's got a great 5-minute chart bouncing off the VWAP twice. And in the 1 minute, you do have like this ABCD VWAP retest pattern. I don't really trade the ABCD pattern, but the high of day could be nice here. Let's see if we can get going. My concern here is that I don't know how long this is going to hold, because every time we move up here, we're breaking all-time highs. So I don't know. There's no levels up here. There's no, you know, are people going to be taking profits and dropping the price back? So I want to stay in as long as possible, but I just don't know what that long possible is. Like, what are we aiming for here? What's the target?
God. Yeah, Hollow reopened and immediately rehalted.
Yeah, this is crappy.
That's ugly.
All right, let's see. Yeah, I got no I got like nothing on this. As far as targets. It's looking good right now. Oh, thank you, Mike. R4 165.84. Yeah, that's I'll aim for that. There you go.
165.84.6. But anyways.
There you go. Let's see if we can get there. Still nothing on Thinkorswim. People must be freaking out if they're day trading. Swing traders and whatever, they're fine.
Yeah,
but if you're day trading, oh man, this is brutal. This is pretty long right now. That's not fun at all. All right, so I am here struggling to get to that R4 target. But no reason to jump out just yet.
Where'd you get into this bad boy? Oh.
I got it for half day breakout.
What's this thing on the screen?
Oh, message. That's a message from
wow.
From our
cool
BBT team.
Sponsors. Wow.
Yeah.
Weird. Cool.
We're sponsoring ourselves.
And this message from our sponsors.
Yeah. So there's a tip, guys. You can access your account via Schwab website, FYI. So if the Thinkorswim is not working, your position on Schwab is still, you can still.
Assuming you're using Schwab as a broker, I guess.
Well, Thinkorswim is their internal broker. Thinkorswim only does Schwab. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they don't.
I thought they also enabled others.
No. It's a Schwab deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you have Thinkorswim, you have Schwab. It's like TWS for Interactive Brokers.
Got it.
We're trying, friends. We are trying. But it's struggling. It's not enough to take a partial here. But I might be forced to based on how this candle ends up. Trying to break. Again, All-time highs is a little tricky up here. Very, very tricky. I mean, we're up already almost 1%. How much higher do we go? How much profit taking is going to be happening? It's just a whole lot taking place at once. Let's go Nvidia for the win. Mike, are you in Nvidia? What are you trading? Is Mike trading? Oh, you are, because yeah, you're
Nvidia.
looking to partial at R4, then dollar levels. Yeah, the dollar levels become those psychological levels. Agreed.
Yeah.
So Mike is long Nvidia as well. Is this how TOS makes? Well, I would think that as half of the people might be losing money, the other half might be also winning, and probably holding longer into the trade. So hopefully, it's in a lot of traders that are making money because they're stuck in the trade, not parceling or not getting out or not being able to do anything. So hopefully, it's working for both sides. And no, this is not good for Thinkorswim.
We got a battle royale going in here in the men's semifinal. It's a great match, by the way. If you watch
Nice.
tennis, they are serving the crap out of each other. They're forcing them all to slide all over the place. It's
Good.
anyways.
Here we
I
go. Let's
noticed
get to 165.85. Come on.
Mara
You can do it.
and Coin are actually down here, dropping a little bit off the open. There are orders, Carlos. So it looks like, oh, there you go.
Yeah,
There
there
you
it is.
go.
That's our
Now you
partial.
got it. Yeah.
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
Beauty.
Oh, we're going. I'm gonna
Here
take
you
another one
go.
here, friends.
166. Just touched 166.
Yep, yep. And look at the volume coming in. That is beautiful. Very nice, very nice. Very nice, very nice. So I'm testing this thing. This thing you're seeing, Peter,
Hmm.
to see you can bring up comments. It's pretty cool. I've done it before, way back when, and then we made some changes, but I'm trying to test it again. Oh man, there we go, Nvidia. Hold on. Wait for it. Boom.
Boom.
I
Oh, he's
love
got
you,
the boom
Nvidia.
going. All right. Well,
I
look at that.
got
You got to
my
move on
inner
Nvidia. Well done.
my inner Paris. All right, looks like Michael, good buddy Michael, TOS is back. So, oh yeah, it's back. It's good to go. They reloaded the servers. Looks like someone's still getting fired, but it's back, but it's slow. It's back, but it's, you could tell.
Well,
it's slow.
they got a backlog of orders now they have to
Yeah.
get through. So, all right. Well, Carlos, look, you're part of history. Trading into the
Yes.
all-time highs here.
Yes. History in the making. Look at that. Nvidia for the win today.
Hmm.
Beautiful. How many guys trading Nvidia for the breakout? How many guys doing that? I was short Nvidia. Well, hopefully you're out now. And you can still make money later shorting it, for sure. I mean, I know not for sure, but hopefully it'll give us an opportunity short. They usually do. Like, you just don't just keep going. I mean, we're only 20 minutes into the market open. There's so much trading left. So it might give you a good, short towards the VWAP if we get a good opportunity. But this is what we did yesterday. Don't short strong stock. Although we were right at the end. At the end, we were right. It did hit 43 something.
If we just one more time, Carlos, if we just stuck and did it one more time, it would have been brilliant.
Worked. And I said, I'm like, watch this next time be the one that does it. And then it did. A few minutes later, it just broke down. But yesterday we showed you what not to do. That was an example, live example. Today we're showing you what to do. Wait for your setup. Wait for an actual strategy, which we didn't have one yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah, we did not cover ourselves in
Yeah.
glory yesterday.
Oh, no way.
That's true. Well, good trade here, Carlos. You weren't afraid to take Nvidia for the high-day break. Look at you, a high-day break trader.
Yeah.
Since when? Since
Yeah, I
when?
don't I don't trade, but there's a lot here too though. Besides the high of day, although I took it that way, you do have like a 5 minute ORB. You have the bouncing off the wheel, so it's a lot of
Hmm.
like things you could have taken it. But I did take it as a high of day though, the way the setup was. All right, let's see if we can get rolling here. How many partials? 10%. 10%. That's why I partial so closely because they're not that much. I try not to take too much off, so I can have as much as possible, go as long as possible. Um, so, well, if you get a good move like here, the good thing about having 10% is that if you want to take more off, you just can't hit. You can hit the key again, right? Because somebody like, oh, 10% is too little, and you're right. Sometimes 10% is too little, especially if depending on the move you get. So if you want to take off more, just take more off.
Yep.
No, no, no. 10% of the actual open position. So technically, you're not out 40% of your original position, right? Because you got if you have, like you have 250. The first is 25 shares or so, 50 shares. If you do it, if you do it twice, 20%. So it's an odd number. Like my position would be like a 193 something. Like it won't be even numbers. So it's not 40% of the actual original balance, if that makes sense. All right, I think I'm gonna take another. Yeah, take another partial here just in case we're sliding. So yeah, that's Andrew size. 5,000 shares. Yeah, no way. No
Yeah,
way. No
that is
way.
Andrew size.
That's Andrew size, man. We could take a couple of zeros off of that. All right. What else is happening? Tesla at the previous day close, looking to break. Coin not doing anything. Mara sliding. I don't like Mara. Mara's tough to trade.
Yeah. It is sliding
yeah,
here, as you
it's
say.
a tough one. The Tesla could look good. If it wants to break the previous day close here, that could be interesting. It's a big difference, 500 to
Oh.
1,000. Yeah, take a zero off is a big difference. 500, me and Peter can do. 5,000 shares, it's a
It depends.
whole.
It depends what you're
Yeah,
doing. Like I had a trade yesterday on American Airlines. I actually
yeah,
traded American Airlines. And if you know American Airlines, you trade for pennies at
yeah.
American
You could take
Airlines.
a boatload.
And
Yeah, yeah.
I don't look at my size. What I do is I, set here's where my stop is, and then based on my risk, give me the amount of shares. And it turns out that my
Hmm.
risk was only like 5 cents. So it gave me like 4,000 shares. So
Right, right.
so
Yeah,
and I'm
that's
like,
true. Yeah,
it's only after I got filled and I'm looking, I'm like, holy crap, that's a lot of shares.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, it only needed to move. I think I got a partial at 8 cents, and then anyways,
I,
it
I
was just
remember doing that.
it doesn't move a lot.
I remember doing that. That's a good question here. We got a question in chat or comment. Before I get to that, I remember doing uh Ford or GE. I don't remember which one. A while back,
Oh
years
yeah,
ago.
yeah.
And I took I have the hotkey set up at that time. 100 shares, 200, 305, whatever was the number of shares, and I took like 100 shares or something, and usually 100 shares on like Nvidia, AMD will do great. Here, it was
Right.
stuck for hours and did nothing. Like I'm like, this is
Right.
brutal. This is brutal. So yeah, it does depend. You're right. You're right, Peter. It does depend on the stock. But Andrew will be taking 5,000 shares in Nvidia.
Yeah.
let's that's
I
just
mean,
that's just normal.
if he was trading, if he was trading at American Airlines, he'd probably be taking 100,000 shares of it or something. Like, it's just.
All right, let's see here. All right, so our buddy's sharing. See, part of love this community stuff. So, Mike is sharing book map image. Let's see what he did here. So this is the book map for Nvidia right now. So look at that. So what are we
Oh,
looking at here?
yeah.
Is this
Got
it?
some
No.
top side
Yeah, this is it.
orders.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, yep. So we're
Got
looking
a,
good,
got a
baby.
bunch of top side orders at every dollar, right?
Yep.
167, 168,
Yep.
169. I mean, that's what you would expect.
Yeah,
So
that's what you want to see. So let's hope these
let's
guys
see how
pull us
big.
up.
Yeah, how big are those orders? So 167, I see 167. Where is it? Here it is. Just looking at the level 2 data. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
huge. I see 67,000 shares, 168. I
168 is pretty
see
good.
about 40,000 shares, 169. Yeah, so it's not massive. Well, there's a 170, 250,000 shares or 242,000 shares sitting there.
Yeah.
So usually you have to assume that, whatever you see is probably like 5 to 10% of the actual intended volume. So,
Yeah. Yeah. No, TOS was down. I think it's back up now,
I
man.
think
I'm
it's
I'm in it.
back, yeah.
Yeah, I'm in it right now, and it's working. Yeah, I loaded up charts. You can see my account, see the news. Yeah, it's back and actually pretty fast now. Yeah, it's good. Good to go.
Back in
Um,
action, baby.
yeah. All right, let's see if these orders can push the price higher. Will be nice. Um, see Thor and Brian doing their thing in chat. What is it? So no one's talking about the real risk. How do you manage to keep your partners away? Because the distraction they cause is huge loss sometimes. When you say partner, someone like your wife, your husband,
Your
like
spouse?
your significant other. Like, what are we
Yeah.
talking about here? Are you talking about partners like your buddies and you get some kind of community or chat or something? Because partners could be so many things. Um, but if it's your significant other, you just don't trade that day, man. It's just don't trade. You just don't trade. You don't push them away. You just don't trade.
Or,
Uh,
or, well, I mean, or you set some rules. I know that we got a bunch of guys. Mike talks about all the time. He puts like a sign out or something like when I'm trading, like stop asking me questions. I lock the
yeah,
door.
yeah.
Thor's got a little light that he has outside the
The
room,
has the light.
like
Yeah,
like an on-air light,
yeah,
that
yeah.
type of thing. So
Yeah, I don't have anything. I don't have
I
anything that.
haven't needed it. My wife respects. She gets it. She knows that if
Yeah,
I'm trading here, she.
yeah, yeah. I guess I guess she knows. She knows my time. I'm on. Um, so she'll text me if it's any if there's something important. Like last time, last time I think she called me was when we were going into well she was going into labor. She's like, all right, the doctor just saw me. You got to show up to the hospital. I'm like, excellent. I was on with Norm at that time. Call came
Oh
in,
yeah. Oh
so she
wow.
came.
That's
She
important
yeah
though. I mean,
yeah.
come on.
So
That's like
when she calls me, I know it's something serious. So then we went and we had
yeah.
our kid. Well, she had the kid. I just helped, with the hand, grabbed the hand. That's all I did. She did all the
Right.
work. But yeah, it's So she doesn't really call me like that. My parents, though, my parents don't have any time, and that's the
No.
call that I take. I take my parents'
No.
call no matter if they call right now. I'm say, hey Peter, hold on. That's
Okay.
this. They got a VIP line through. So
Okay. All right. Oh wow.
yeah, yeah.
That's good.
Uh,
But yeah, parents typically have no respect for time
man, they
boundaries
don't.
or
Yeah,
Yeah.
And as I get older, Peter, is like I know the time I have with them is very short, right? Is on the
Right.
shorter side than the time we had already. They
Right.
call me and I
Yeah.
pick up, and it's just like
Okay.
this
Good for
could
you.
wait. Trading could wait. This could wait. You know, your parents are not going to be here forever. You don't want to make them wait. So,
Uh, Look, I can tell you firsthand that's a good philosophy, Carlos. My mom died suddenly of heart failure a
oh
number of years ago now, and
yeah, yeah.
yeah, what I wouldn't do to have spent more time,
Oh man, yeah.
when I had it.
Sudden is tough, man.
So
That's tough. Yeah.
yeah,
Um. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I did not know that. Did not know that.
yeah, yeah. It's a hard thing, man. Yeah, I spent well, you might have remembered I was trading here with you guys, but it was back in 20 when was it? 2018, I guess. So,
I don't remember because I was still probably a member. I was not even a
yeah.
moderator at that time,
Yeah,
so
I
I
didn't
don't
talk
remember
about a
that.
lot, but
Yeah.
I spent a lot of time in the hospital. I mean, I was there holding her hand when she passed, so it was
Oh, that's tough. Yeah, that's
anyways.
tough, man.
Yeah, it's tough. But glad I was there anyways.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I started BBT as a member 2017. So that was very early. All right,
Yeah.
Nvidia's struggling here, guys.
Yeah,
Nvidia's struggling.
it looks like it hit that high. It just got 166.50 seemed to be the area that it just sort of faltered a little bit. I mean, not enough that I think it's a good risk to reward to go short on it, but uh, yeah, I'm just watching. I'm really not in a hurry to get into anything after the last 2 days, actually, because I made a bonehead move on Wednesday at the close
Oh.
that I shouldn't have. And then yesterday morning, obviously, I didn't trade well, and I did actually have a good, good trades through yesterday afternoon and
Mm-hmm.
into the close. So,
Yeah.
it's it's which is good, but I really gonna take it easy today. Wait for mature setups only.
Yeah. So I'm thinking of taking. I don't want to take everything off on Nvidia, but I feel like it would be responsible of me not to take some kind of partial here. Um, but I think I might take more than 10% off. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna take. Let me take. All right, took 20. Well, took 20%. There it is, 20%. So a little bit more. I still think we might get a bounce, but it might come back and test my break even. Then we'll have to be out of the trade. So,
Mhm.
um,
You don't have
yeah,
that much room, right, to let it run.
I don't. No, I don't have. I'm at you know.
Oh,
I'm trying to get the V up to get up above. That'll be nice because then I could play off the VWAP. But I am still missing a couple of cents to get the VWAP up there, and it's turning down, so that's not gonna help here. But maybe the nine, the 20 and the nine can hold here. But I still have significant number of shares left. That would be nice to get up there if we can. Okay, here we go. See if we can turn things around. Consider the MCAP news. Yeah, people start looking at, first stock to hit, 4 trillion, this and that. Then people start talking about their stories, and they'll get more people to start trading it, right? So it becomes more popular. You're gonna start hearing people that never talk about trading. Hey, how do I buy Nvidia? I never heard of Nvidia. Never heard of Nvidia in their life.
yeah.
Um,
Well, you get that with all of these high flying
yeah,
stocks, right? As soon
yeah,
as like the random people, is this a good time to get into Nvidia? It's actually
yeah.
probably a time to sell it.
Right, right. Because people like, for example, like everybody knows Apple. Everybody knows Microsoft. What's the other one?
Yeah.
Tesla, obviously. You know these names are in your face
Yeah.
24/7. Nvidia is in your computer. You don't even know about it, right? So, um, there's people that still don't know what Nvidia is and what they do, but they will now after seeing the headlines.
Right.
So, and your Amazons and this is everyday consumer stuff.
All
Nvidia's
right.
struggling. I might jump
Nvidia's
out with the rest just to
six.
take some more profit, but it is struggling here.
Mm.
Your TS still not working? Oh, that's um that's not good, man. Maybe they're doing it by sections, right? But it should be up by now. I would try restarting everything. Mara, yeah, but the lack of volume is concerning on Mara right now. So it's creating. It is making our move here. This could be the confirmation to go up, but the lack of volume is pretty bad here. Just hyper focus on Nvidia because I'm close to my stop loss. I don't want to let it get to my stop loss, which is my break even point. So if I start seeing more weakness, I might just bail on it. But let's see. See, he's trying. He's trying to get above
It's
166 again.
trying.
Yep. All right, we redeemed ourselves from yesterday's unworthy live trades, and not because we're green. We redeemed ourselves because we actually traded good. we traded, we traded good.
Well, you have. I haven't traded yet, but that's good.
But that's good. Yeah, but that's the thing.
But
That's
that is
good.
good. Yeah.
Yesterday, that's exactly what we should have done. Not trade, and we did
Yeah.
a lot.
Should have waited. Like if I go back and
Right.
look, the first two trades I took, I definitely should not have.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I would have been in a better position for the others. But anyways,
Yeah.
whatever. What's done is
So
done, right?
my
Can't undo
first
it.
trade was good. So my first trade was good yesterday. Then the other two were, what are you doing? You know, you're just revenge trading. You're doing this, doing that. It just didn't make sense. All right. I think Nvidia is going
We
to
got a
continue to
tough
struggle here.
tennis battle. This tennis man, it's
Yeah.
there going at it.
What do you guys think? Nvidia up or down? What's the consensus in the chat? Is it going to go up from here or down? From this point right here. Would it hit high of the day first or VWAP? Up, down, up, down. It's very mixed right now. Up, down to 166.50, 165.50, down. This is short. We'll probably hit VWAP down. Historically, they go back down, sideways. VWAP for sure. I think down is winning, so I'm going to stay in it because usually majority of people are wrong. So majority saying down, I'm going to stay in. It's going to go long. Peter says up. Peter thumb is up. I used to do that before. Like if everybody's betting this way, they go the other way because the market always fools most trader most of the time. So I'm staying in it, guys. If you're all saying down, I'm gonna stay in it.
And I hope it works. I hope that works
Yeah.
for you because you're right. Usually, if you do the opposite,
If you're the opposite, you'll be okay. You know.
and yes, I did freeze my camera again because I am starving, so I had to eat some cereal here. So you don't need to see that. So instead, I'm giving you
Yeah.
the thumbs up.
Yeah. Thumbs up. We'll keep you right there. Thumbs up.
What am I eating? I've got
What's the
here's the other
cereal of
one.
choice?
Two scoops of raisins. There's another jingle for you.
Well, that's Raisin Brands, but I don't. Is that Raisin Brands?
Yes, indeed.
But I don't
Yep,
remember
that's
that
Raisin
jingle
Bran.
though.
No?
No, I don't remember that jingle. No.
Oh, okay. 2 scoops of raisins in your Kellogg's Raisin Bran. All right, maybe that was a Canadian thing. I don't know.
I don't remember that one. I remember, and I like Raisin Brands. It's pretty good.
Hmm. It's I had it. It's not what I normally eat, but I'm gonna go with like a Shreddies or Cheerios. Anyways,
Yeah. All right. Let's see here. Friends, if you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. I'm going to go look and hit it myself. There it is. I also hit the button. So it helps us out a ton. So thank you so much for that. We are 254 likes. Pretty low for today. It is Friday. People start getting, their Fridays going
We're
here.
not, James, we're not old. We're just we're well seasoned.
Ah, well seasoned. I
Well,
like that. Hit
well
hit that
seasoned.
thumbs up like Peter's picture here. There you go, Peter.
There you go.
Telling you,
That's right.
hit that thumbs up, baby. Let's get to
There
400
you
likes.
go.
400 likes is like, it's a spot. That's where we love to be at, man.
You guys are coming back with all sorts of yeah, classic jingles, kibbles and bits. I remember that one. The
What is
dogs that are
that?
always walking, kibbles and bits, kibbles and bits. I gotta get me some kibbles and bits.
I
You don't
gotta
remember
Google
that?
this.
No? Oh man, that was classic.
I gotta. No, I don't remember that. Nope. Let's see if I don't. Yeah, ads, man, ads. You'd be surprised how many ads you're targeted with per day, especially here where I live. It's everywhere, everywhere. I took the bus into New York, and I'm like, all right, let me see how many ads I spot. Um, by the time I get to the Port Authority, right? So I took the bus. It's not far from me, and right before getting into the tunnel, there's like literally in the space of I don't know less than a mile, there's about 50 ads, billboards on the like a mile. It's insane. Isn't I was very bored by the way, but it's insane how many ads you're targeted with over and over again. It's crazy. And then once you get into the city, forget it. It's just you don't even want to count there. It's way too much. But it works. It works. You might not think it doesn't, but it does work. It does work. You repeat something long enough, you start believing it.
I don't know. I still haven't bought a single pair of Calvin Klein underwear, so I'm not sure how well it
Well,
works.
I don't. I think you gotta like it. If you don't, that's not gonna do it. But I give you an example. When I used to DJ, my go-to was Snickers. 'Cause I knew like I'm DJing, I actually get hungry. So what are you gonna get? Hungry right away. Grab a Snickers. So every time I went
Yeah,
to 7-Eleven, I will get. I'm a DJ tonight. I'll get a Snickers. I get a Red Bull. That was my power
there you
pack. In
go.
the middle of the session, have a Snickers, have a Red Bull, go all night, baby.
Now
And
that was a good ad campaign because you're not
yeah,
you when you're hungry.
that's right.
And that when they put in like the celebrities in for you, yeah, that was a great
hmm
ad campaign.
Yeah, it
Anyway,
worked. It worked. So some work. Again, not all of them, right? You're not gonna go buy. Yeah, like I see. I'm not a watch guy. There's a Rolex ad everywhere I go, but I'm not gonna. I'm not a watch guy, so I won't. I won't get that. And clearly, Peter's not an underwear guy, so he's just. I don't know what he's doing. He's not buying Calvin Klein underwears. I don't know what Peter's got
wait a
going on.
second. Hold on. I feel like I need
don't
to. I
don't
feel
don't
like
choke
I
on your
need to.
cereal.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I need to defend that statement. Well, I'm saying I haven't bought that brand of underwear. Like I'm not
Okay, all
running
right.
around
We're,
commando
we're,
all
we were
day here.
confused. We were confused here in chat on what exactly you meant by that.
I'm. I don't
Uh,
think I created that confusion. I think you're
uh,
purposely trying to create problems for me here. All
oh
right,
man,
do that one.
it's Friday.
Okay, guys. It is Friday. We are still watching the markets. Tesla not doing much. I'm watching it move sideways, pretty much right at the break even too. Like yesterday's close, weird place for it to hang out. Nvidia, Carlos. I mean, you're still in it, and it's actually looking a
Yeah,
little better now.
it's
So
looking much better. Yeah, so let's see if it can
we'll
hold
see.
here. I mean, it's sideways. Some people say sideways. They might be right. So it might not do much for the next couple of minutes here, but if we can retest the high, that would be nice. But we're looking decent. Let's see if we can break out of here. No, Peter's just put a pick up real quick while he has breakfast, and but he's on mic. He's listening.
Peter was hungry.
Yeah,
Peter needed breakfast.
there
So
you go.
I didn't have dinner last night. I went to a movie. Went to see the F1 movie with some friends. And with the timing, with finishing my boot camp meetings and everything, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't have time for dinner. So for last night for dinner, I had popcorn and a chocolate bar at the movie. So Carlos,
Mm.
you were talking about movies before.
Yeah.
So I went to the movies, and it cost me more for one bag of popcorn and a chocolate bar than the movie ticket.
Yeah. Doesn't make
Ridiculous.
sense. It doesn't make
Ridiculous.
sense. Um, and again, like
And you know what?
clearly
Well, I
you
didn't
could have.
even.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
I
I
was
was
gonna
gonna say
say,
that
the problem
clearly.
is,
No,
I
no, no.
bought I bought a big chocolate bar, like
Right.
a Hershey's with almonds in it. Anyways, I like my chocolate bars cold. This one was like practically melted, and I that's
Yeah.
not how I like my chocolate. It was it was not even a good chocolate bar, and somehow, you ever eat a chocolate bar in a dark theater? Anyways, I guess it's been a while. I got up at the end of the movie and I was wearing like black and I was covered in chocolate. I'm like, what the heck? Did I eat like Cookie Monster here? Like, what is wrong with me? I felt like a moron. I'm like, what the heck? Like I was literally covered in chocolate because clearly I dropped some and then it
Yeah.
melted on me
Couldn't
and
see it.
I'm
It's
like,
melted. It's hot. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good.
it was like giving a chocolate bar to a 4-year-old. I'm like, what the heck? It just I was really embarrassed.
Anybody else watching could have thought it was something else, Ben, right? I agree. Ben was
I
like,
don't.
hey,
Yeah,
what happened? Can somebody help
I
this
didn't even.
guy?
I didn't even think of that. Yeah, Jesus, I don't know, man. I was just like,
uh,
anyway. So that was my dinner last night. Half a chocolate bar because apparently I wore the other half, and
yeah,
and a
yeah.
bag of popcorn.
Oh my
Anyways,
goodness. Yeah, I
all
mean, what
right.
I was gonna say is like, for example, clearly you could afford this. That's not an issue. But I'm always thinking about the family that's less fortunate than us, that has, you know, 3 kids, has a,
Yeah,
has a decent sized family. They can afford to do anything.
yeah,
Let alone go to a movie theater. Let alone go to like a baseball game. You can't go to baseball games here. Even I have to think about it sometimes. You go to a baseball game with a family of 5, and we're spending $500-$600. So we can't do this every
yeah.
weekend. We just can't. We can't do it every weekend, right? And I would love to be in a baseball game, the couple of times a month, but you just can't do that. Here in New York, it's just outrageous how much the prices are. So it's wild.
Carlos, we're heading back up here. Look at
Yeah,
that.
yeah, we're
You
right here.
ignored the popular opinion, and looks like it might be paying off for you.
Yeah, yeah. Here we go. All right, we're making a new
New high,
high. Oh,
new
beautiful,
high.
guys.
All right, what are you
Let's
holding out
take.
for?
I'm just gonna take a
Oh,
partial now because what's gonna happen is I think that we might still see some resistance. So I took one partial here in case this is gonna be resistance. I'm not gonna get anything better, but let's see. We should get a breakout?
Bernard, so I would not call Tesla a mountain pass. Couple of reasons. One, it's a little early for a mountain pass to actually set up. Two, I would never call something a mountain pass or never take it if it's on top of the previous day close. That would tell me it hasn't moved enough, right? So you're not likely to get a strong move in the opposite direction, like away from the VWAP. So I usually want the move on a mountain pass to be towards the previous day close or the VWAP. In this case, we're still on top of all that price action, right? That previous day close cuts right through the
Hmm.
price action. The third reason would be that I don't see any sort of exhaustive volume at the high of day here. So it's not, yeah, it's not setting up for me. Anyways, based on my criteria. Now, as I tell everybody, that's just my criteria, right? I mean, I encourage everybody to take a look at any strategy you see and evaluate it for yourself. You may look at it and say, Peter, I love your mountain pass. It's something I understand, but why don't you do it this way? You know what? Go for it. Try it. Like it is not optimized. I can absolutely 100% guarantee that, right? There are inefficiencies in my trading strategy and the way I've defined it, but it works for me and I understand it so well that I feel very comfortable with it. You could absolutely look at it and put a couple of different rules on it and see if it works. You might find a better way of trading it. If you do, I'll just ask, let me know, because I'd like to understand how others are using it and so that I can maybe update and modify. You got to keep learning and growing, and strategies change all the time.
Yep.
There you go.
100%. All right, friends, we are almost there. 324 on the thumbs up. We just need a couple of more to get to 400. So help us get there. Really appreciate it. I
Do you
mean, we
need?
wouldn't be asking if it doesn't help us a ton. So thank you for that,
Yeah.
guys.
Do you need me to give you more encouragement?
There you go. Thumbs up from Peter. And we gotta get a jingle on this.
Yeah. There you
We
go.
got it. We
I
gotta get
can
a
freeze
jingle.
it. Oh, I'm looking shifty-eyed in that one. Looking
That's
high
okay.
on the monitor.
You got a little shadow under the eye, but it looks good. It's good.
The problem is I need to click the button. I'd give you two thumbs up, but I can't do that because then I
You
have to click the
can't.
button.
Yeah,
I guess
you
I
don't want
could
to
figure.
hit the elbow.
I gotta,
Do it with the elbow or
yeah, I gotta
something.
figure out how to do it with my foot or something.
Yeah.
I'm not that dexterous.
UK swing trader, based on the heat map they showed, I tapped out. Yeah, I think this could be a level where we struggle. That's why I took another partial, right? So I took another partial up here towards the high in case we go lower, and I don't have much left to hold it too much below this level, right? So if we start losing the 20 again, I'm just gonna get out right at this point. Um, and I've been looking at other trades, the stuff I have here, man. I don't see anything I like. Mana recovered.
No.
Um,
It's been a relatively slow week
yeah.
overall, and I think then you don't want to be forcing anything.
Mm-hmm.
Hollow is, yeah, like you said, Carlos. The fun seems largely been out of it since it opened.
Yeah. Yeah,
Uh,
it's just brutal, brutal, brutal. Um,
Tesla testing a new high here right now, though.
Someone mentioned Capricorn Therapeutics. They like this one. Look, it actually traded very well. That's why I kept it on here. It was not on my list, but I wanted to go back and see how it did. It actually moved very well pre-market. I'm sorry, after hours. After hours. After the bell. Can't speak today. We'll get it. We'll get it right. After the bell. So it did push up. It did push up pretty good here. Went from 7 to 8. So it's a nice recovery actually. Making some of those gains back from the losses earlier today. So not bad. Not bad. Oh, there we go. Nvidia 167, guys. Come on. 167.
See? Patience.
Patience, patience. Yes, yes, yes. I was too close to my entry on that drop here, but you know what? It held the 9 to 20.
Yep.
167. Here we go. I'm good for like another two more partials. Then it won't make sense holding the rest. All right, we're looking for
Tesla
167.
311.
Nvidia's full of surprises. Yes, it is. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Nvidia, the king of all public companies.
Here you
Yeah,
go,
I'm not gonna.
Carlos.
I'm gonna take it.
Two cents.
I'm not gonna be greedy.
You know
Partially,
what?
yeah,
That's actually smart,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
For the
Because
sake of like
you
two or
see it.
three cents,
Yes. What am I thinking here?
it's not worth it
No,
often.
no, it's not worth it. And you might get a pullback here because it might struggle at the whole dollar. But holding out to 167 is just that would be ridiculous. Even if we still get it, doesn't matter. It was like a 2, 5, 4, 6 cents at times. It's not worth the
Yeah.
battle. Um. Oh, look at this go, man. I gotta hold on to this partial for a little bit because I don't have many shares left. Like this not worth
Mm.
holding. Just hold it, see where it goes from here. All right, Nvidia for the win today and the recovery for yesterday. As far as not P&L, but as far as you know, good trade, disciplined trading. So very good, very good. Mike, thank you. Appreciate that. I thought you were gonna say I like to listen. What was a famous quote? I listen to Funk Flex when I have my thing. I forgot what he said. It was this guy from satellite radio. What's his name? It's a big thing here in New York. So Funk Flex, the DJ, every
Uh,
time he came on,
I just
he
no
would
idea.
play. He would play. Yeah, because this is very local. This gotta be from New York to know this. He
Okay.
would play.
Okay.
Oh man, I forgot the. What's the satellite? You know? Do you do know the satellite radio guy? He does the interviews. What's his name? I God, man, escaped my mind.
Satellite
Um,
radio guy? You mean Joe Rogan?
no, that's
No.
not him. It's one
No.
started it all. Howard Stern. Oh my God, how
Oh,
can I forget that?
Stern. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Stern. Yeah. So the Funk Flex took a skit that he says, "Yeah, I listen to Funk Flex when I do something," and that was very famous. He kept playing that over and over the years, man. He's still DJing. I'll put on Hot 97 the other day. Who's still DJing, man? It's like, wow, this guy.
Hmm.
It's been on for years. Actually, how long has it been on? You know Funk Flex, right? I mean, he's so popular. Do you,
I
Peter?
mean, I don't. I don't. No.
I
I
guess it's so popular only here.
clearly clearly not my scene. It could just
Yeah.
be it's an area of things I don't know. I'm willing to
Yeah, yeah,
acknowledge
yeah.
many areas I have no knowledge of.
Let me see. He was
Oh
born in
man. Once
1968. Oh man,
167.50. Yeah,
this is
baby.
wild. I wish I would have held more units. I wish I would have taken more units. He had a car show, right? He had a big car show too that people were into. Um,
Oh my goodness. I don't know why they use this person for their ads.
who's that?
I keep getting these ads for Betty Casino. Is this? I don't know if it's local or
Mm,
something, but
yeah.
anyways, Betty Casino. Anyways, you know how they love to advertise it. And one of the models, one of the ladies they use on the ad, I swear to God, there's something about the way she looks. She looks like she's a recently recovering addict. I know that's
Mm.
uncharitable to say, but that's every time I see her, I'm like, that's what she makes me think of, and it doesn't make me want to bet at their casino. So, anyways,
Yeah, this guy's
she's a lovely, sure she's a lovely
actually
person.
I didn't know this from this guy. So he actually did he customized four models for Ford Motor Company. I didn't know he did that. I know he has car show thing, but I didn't know he did that. But he became big here, Peter, Funk Flex, because he was the first hip hop radio show on Hot 97. So the first kind of one of the first ones that actually did it, right?
Hmm.
So that's why he became popular in New York. He's been at it for some time. Would Nvidia ever stop looking to enter for a quick short scalp?
Can't
I
stop,
don't
won't
know.
stop.
I don't know. Uh, it will, but again, it's all timing. It will definitely pull back, but it's all timing. When is that pullback happening? So
Mm. And I'm waiting for it. That's usually when my strategies start to kick in. So we're here.
yeah.
My alarm just went off an hour after the market opened.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
normally if there's a sentiment change, it's around now that it happens. Nvidia looks good up here for a potential mountain
Yeah.
pass setup. I
Yep.
know it's
Yep.
at all-time highs, and they talk about not shorting a strong stock, but if I get a good signal, we got some volume here as it hit the high at 167.50. If it can pull back a little bit here over the next couple of minutes and then retest, I'd be taking the failure of that, but we'll see. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll keep going.
Yeah. Are you in it now?
No, no, no. No, it's
Oh,
way too
you're
early.
just waiting. Okay.
Just waiting. Gotta wait for the setup.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Apple's another one that's in a potential spot for a mountain pass, although this pullback's getting a little deep now. It looks like the Might be just a spike high at the high of day for Apple. Yeah, see, going higher on Nvidia. It's not ready to reverse yet.
Yeah, it's not ready. Nvidia. Oh yeah, I love you, Nvidia. All right. As Andrew says, situation is good. Situation is good. Take another partial here on Nvidia. Situation is good. Would it be smart to enter Nvidia now, or is it overextended? Um, I mean, it is extended. There's no question. I mean, you're
Yeah.
blowing through all-time highs. You are overextended. The problem is, if you get in here, where's your stop going to be? It could still hit your stop and come back down, right? So it's all about timing. So the way to do this is like Peter's doing. He's waiting for the strategy. What is the reversal strategy? Just can you get in here and scalp it down to 167.20? Yeah, you probably can make it, but what is your stop? How much you're gonna risk here, right? So the better probability is to wait for a reversal strategy. You know, some kind of candle off the 5 minute, like a doji hammer, something, a double top, you know, mountain pass, something that tells you, okay, we might at least get down to the VWAP. You know, so yeah, it is extended. There's no question. I mean, let's look at this beautiful 5 minutes. This is awesome. You know, it's gonna come down. Oh, here, it's gonna come down. We just need to wait for that setup. Right now, I mean, it doesn't get more bullish than this. I mean, look at this. Higher highs, higher lows. I mean, this is as bullish as it gets, my friends. No question. So
All-time
just wait.
highs, biggest
Yeah,
company on the planet. You
yeah.
know, like it's
The hype is real. The hype is real.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's wait. Let's wait. It's gonna come back down. Nothing ever moves like this and keeps going. It will come back down. So just gotta wait. And we got plenty of time. So only 10:30, 11:30, 11. In a few minutes, you start seeing things. You know, buyers are gonna get tired, and they're gonna give you some opportunities here.
Oh, goodness.
Nvidia 200 today? No, Zam, no, no, no. This is not a low flow stock, man. You're not gonna push that to 200. That's a $40 move. As much as I would love
Yeah.
that. Thanks, Mike. Did you take this trade too? I think Mike took it as well. Yeah. As much as we would love to see that, that's not happening with Nvidia. You need short. You need to
That's a
short
little too
squeeze.
much.
Yeah, it's got to be a big short squeeze. And I highly doubt people are short on Nvidia. They love this stock. There's very little people that are holding short. What is the short, by the way? The interest.
That's
I bet it's single
that's a good
digits.
question. Let's see. Let's see. Well, I mean, keep in mind, short float reporting is always like at least 2 weeks delayed. It can be up to almost 4 weeks delayed. So
Yeah.
you're right. Short float, 1%. That's the last reported number. 1.04%.
that that just tells
So
you this thing is not getting squeezed.
yeah, yeah. Nobody should.
Yeah.
And if I look at the reporting all the way back, it has not been over 1.5% in the last 4 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, since yeah, 4.5
Those are
years. I'm
those are
looking
those are
back
some
in history.
hard-headed people holding this thing short.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
hard-headed.
Well,
Oh man.
I gotta believe it's not the same people the whole time, but I hope
Yeah.
not, or
Yeah.
they're suffering big time.
They're suffering today, baby. I mean, they could be out. They could have got out some time ago, but Man, yeah. Don't short the strongest stock in the market. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
Wow, beautiful day. Beautiful day. P&L is looking great. I did look at it already because I have little shares left. Didn't recover yesterday. Yesterday was a bad day. I'll just share with you guys. I lost 1,800 yesterday, so that was a bad day.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was a bad one,
Wow.
Peter. For P&L. I mean, I traded four times the
Yeah.
same stock over and over again, and I held. And it shouldn't be that much, but I held past my stop a couple of times. You guys saw that. And today we recover a big chunk of that. Not all of it, but just in one trade, one good trade here. You can make things back.
Huh.
So
That's weird. I just got an alert from the browser that said that one of the tabs where I was tracking Bitcoin prices was using extra resources. It's working inefficiently. Okay. Close that browser window then.
close that. Close that. All right. Yeah, it is. It was a brutal day. Yeah, yeah. It was a brutal day yesterday, but it just tells you, man. If I would have kept to my stops, then today would have made up all the losses, right? But the fact that I went over my stop a couple of times yesterday did not help.
Yeah. Didn't help.
Yeah.
So now Nvidia's starting to look a little toppy here. Again, I don't know whether it's ready to reverse or not, but you can see how it
Yeah.
sort of set that flat top over the last couple of minutes and potential reversal here.
Yeah. I'm gonna get out of it because, again, it's just no. I don't have enough to make it worth my time here holding for it to pull back to 167. So I'm all out of Nvidia, guys. But man, what a beautiful trade. So really happy with that. Yeah. Good, good, good. And we didn't have a lot to watch today either, Peter. I mean, if you look at my list, and
No.
besides Nvidia, Tesla did nothing. I mean, this is pretty. Besides this one move breakout here, everything else has been pretty tough to trade. Like I don't know how you would trade Tesla today. Coin was horrible, and Mara, you had a VWAP breakout, but this is like 30 cents, right? This is brutal. And Mara tends to do this. Like if it's not really heavily in play, it would take forever to give you like 20 cents, and that's frustrating to me, man. So like if you look at it here, this is 19. We'll call it 1949, and then all these candles goes up like 10 cents and then back down, 10 cents and then back down to eventually gets to 1970. And these pullbacks are aggressive because they're pulling back and covering the entire green candle. This is tough trading. Like to sit in this is not easy trading. And you see that in the candles here. So although Mara, yes, it trended, it was not an easier stock not easy stock to hold. I don't think so, at least. But yeah, it's going to, yeah, it might go to 170. But who knows?
But
knows?
I mean, look, it will almost certainly go to 170, but I can't tell you whether that's today, tomorrow, or next year.
Yeah. Timing. When? Yeah.
And
And
what's
today's
it gonna
Friday.
do
If today wasn't
in
Friday,
between?
I'd be 100% sure. Yeah, it's going to 170 if it wasn't Friday. Friday's a little tricky, but there's nothing else, Peter. Like there's nothing else trading well. So today might
No.
have a good chance to hit 170. Might still go down to 166, and then towards the end of the day, people get excited and they want to jump in long for the weekend. I don't know.
Well,
So
I mean,
we'll see.
Apple had a decent move today. It started a little choppy, but then had a decent move higher here. Microsoft actually has had a little move. I mean, it doesn't look that far because it just came back to the yesterday's close.
Yeah.
Same thing with AMD, right? AMD just got green, but from the low to the high,
Yeah.
well, it actually spent a lot more time moving sideways, didn't it?
Yeah.
But
It's right here.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Still time in the day.
Yeah. Still a couple hours left. Only an hour and 10 in. So plenty of time. CRCL. What do you guys trade today? CRCL? Let's see this madness. I find this stock. I find this stock so interesting. CRCL.
Yeah, it's moving down quite
Oh,
aggressively here.
it's a beautiful short, actually. Man, this was clean. It's clean,
Hmm.
clean, clean. Why can't I get into trades like this? Look at this. Down $13 from the open almost. That is that is nice. Oof, that is beautiful. What else, friends? SMCI. Oh, SMCI did make our move. Right here. Yeah, that's a nice one. Breakout, pullback, and then the confirmation candle. Yeah, that's nice. SMCI is tough though, man. It has burned me a couple of times, more than what I would like to see on a ticker. CSSX is a tough one. The volume is very light on this, so now it's printing its chart nice, whatever. But taking a trade here is on this stock is tough, and part of it because of the volume. The volume is just not ideal, but again, for my strategy, this doesn't trade very well. We didn't talk about PRTR today. A lot of sideways though. Besides that initial move at the open, sideways all day, man. It's just stuck here. Um, Again, that sideways still $1, so like $1 range. So depending how you trade it, scalp it here and there. But there's no strategy that I see, and the 5 minute looks pretty nasty too. What else we have? Um, let's see. All right, thank you guys. 376. We're there. 24 more. We're cranking, baby. The thumbs up. We're almost there. Almost there. Good job. And how are we doing on the? How's the? I know Ben won yesterday. Ben got the most XP points. Who we have today? Oh man, BBT's been working. Been working. Ozam is on right here, number 2. Our good buddy FHC Youth, number 3. Ben, number 4. Yama, we got here on number 6. Chief Big Toe. Chris MC. T-Man. Rican XD. It's like Puerto Rican or just a different name. Rican XD. What else we have?
Recon? Maybe it's Recon.
Oh, maybe it's no, because Recon will be RECON, but unless he pronounces it that way, you never know. Could be Recon. Jasmine,
Okay.
how to trade the market. See, this guy should be teaching us here, because yesterday we were not teaching him.
Yeah.
Oh,
Rickon. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see it. Rickon.
All right, here we go. So yeah, good stuff, guys. Thank you for the support. How do we get XP points? You just type in here, I guess. Just type in.
Just
you should active in chat.
put comments.
I wonder the thumbs up. Does a thumb up give you XP points? Let's take a look. We're in the top 3. Get special badges in live chat. Is resets every stream, so you can always try again. Okay. So send live chat messages or super chats and super stickers. Okay, so you either donate or you text. I think they give so little points for being active. I mean, come on. If I donate $5, I get to the top of the list. No, that should not be allowed. It should be, less than that, right? I think they give too much points for donations.
Yeah, they seem to be unfairly
That's
encouraging
not,
the money, right?
Right, exactly. Because you have someone that's been active all, for the last hour and a half, and then I literally I could put $5 now and get first place. No, it's not right. What is this?
Money talks, Carlos.
Yeah, I guess. Still, I think it's too many points. Should be less.
It's the way of the world.
Yep, should be less.
You make sure to give YouTube your feedback.
Yeah, I'm sure they're not gonna like that. They want people to donate so they can charge their little transaction fees and this and that. Yeah, they're not listening to me. Man,
You have little faith. You don't think you have more influence than that?
Not when it's something that goes against their pockets. you know.
Mm.
But But yeah, maybe they will listen. Nvidia's going.
It a IPO that just came out that I'm watching here. Um, BMHL.
Uh, BMHL. That's a ticker.
Yep.
Chris MC, you're funny, man. That's true. That is very true. You know, sex does sell. There's no question about it. It has and it always will. So,
Yeah.
Chris MC says, "Don't get me wrong, you're a sexy man, but and all, but you aren't wearing a bikini." So
Well, I
that's
don't think
true.
that would be the thing that
I don't
sells
think
either.
that will
So,
help. I think that will probably get
no.
the likes going the other way.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't want
Yeah.
that.
They.
But I get what you're trying to say. Yeah, it's not like you know like some other channels that can pull stuff off like that, like the commercials, right? You see this beautiful lady or man, depending on what they're trying to advertise, and they're there, slim, fit, handsome looking, whatever, and the product has nothing to do with fitness. So, so why are you here?
Absolutely nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do
Correct.
with fitness.
Yes.
So why they picked
Yeah.
you for this? They could literally just show the product with a couple of text messages and be good to go.
Yeah. It's not.
But that's what it is. Just
Yeah.
hopping around some tickers. I don't see anything going on here. Tesla below the VWAP though. That could be interesting. Um, I'm all out of
I'm.
Nvidia though.
I.
Nvidia is not done.
Yeah. I am not short Nvidia. I said looking for that potential setup here. It's actually pushing at the high of day, so that's
Mm-hmm.
not my trade strategy.
Yep.
I was watching it. I was looking for a potential short, but I'd want to see a spike at the retest, not 4 minutes in a row where it's sitting at the high like this. Plus, there's still
Yeah.
a lot of orders stacked up on the ask,
Top
right?
side.
So
Yep.
it looks like it could go higher.
Dave, that's good. That's good. That's good. So, Peter, so in here, for example, if it takes too long, right, to break out, you wouldn't like it for a
Mm.
short. Like if you start seeing weakness here, you don't like the fact that it's tested a couple of times. Because I would think like, hey, it tested a bit, it's struggling too much. The buyers are getting sauced. It probably dies down. But you want to see just a test and just not right back down, but faster than this 4 minutes.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Now, I'm not saying that it's not a potential trade because it is, but it's not a mountain pass trade,
Got it.
right?
Yep.
Like then
Yep.
I'd have to be trading using a different set of rules because my
Mm-hmm.
rules would prevent it on the mountain pass.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and look now.
Right
See
now,
now
now
it
it's
how it just
broken. Yeah.
right now it's broken to a new high, which absolutely breaks my rules. So
Yeah. Yeah.
so I feel, this is why I have my rules because it helps me understand, there's a lower likelihood that it's going to drop when it sticks at that
Mm-hmm.
level, and here now it's definitively broken it. So as opposed to if I had gotten in, then now I'd be stopped out now that it's gone over high of day, right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, right here, this is there's got to be so many traders trying to go short at this, man. Because us traders, we love to go against what's really happening sometimes. Like I used to do that a lot. I used to love reversals, right? And like, okay, it's got to be done
mhm.
now. And I'm horrible at them. I am so bad at reversals, man. So I just stopped doing them. But
Yeah.
I love the like,
It-
it's done. It's going the other way. You know?
well, and it's the attractiveness of trying to always catch the entire move, right? You want to be there
Yeah.
right at the reversal point. And I've had to sort of I still trade reversals as my primary strategy, but I've had to sort of get out of the mindset of I'm not doing it to try and capture the
Mm-hmm.
entire move or be right at the peak. So
Yeah.
it's dangerous because it's how you get
Let's
stopped out a whole lot. Oh, sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I completely forgot. Sorry.
Oh no. TOS is down again.
Sorry,
Hold on.
sorry, Sturgis.
I'm confirming.
I froze. I forgot I left the camera in frozen state.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
That smile. I'm gonna haunt them. I don't want to haunt anybody in their dreams.
No,
That's no
TOS is
good.
good, guys. Um, yeah, so TOS is working for me, and the mobile app is still working. So all good for now. Peter, plans for the weekend, man. What do you have going on?
We're going out to dinner and a show tonight. We've got one of these shows they call it the Candlelight series where it's sort of cool. They rent out these local churches. They do them in all sorts of cities, but they rent out local churches and then they put candles. They're not like real candles. They're all like the little, electric candles, but
Yeah.
like thousands of them all over the church, and that's the only light. And then it's classical music, but they often play like they'll play rock songs, but using like two violins, a cello, and I don't know, a bass or whatever they
Mm-hmm.
use. I mean, it's like they just use classical. It's sort of cool. It's a neat
Nice, man.
effect. So, anyways, going out with
Nice.
some friends. We're doing that tonight, and then the rest of the weekend, it's sort of the usual. I have my crew that I go. We do a cycle tour. We go biking Saturday mornings. I've got pickleball scheduled Saturday afternoon and Sunday morning, and yeah,
Sweet, man.
that's about it. It's gonna keep me busy all weekend.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. Let's see here. Coin things are selling down. Nvidia's pulling back a little bit here. Tesla was a good breakdown of the VWAP and previous day close. That was nice. I mean, I'm not looking to take any more trades now, but yeah, look at that. Look at that. Oh, oh, yes. Spies heading lower here. Things seem to be doing something. This could drive Nvidia down a little bit.
Hmm. And Nvidia is moving down. It
Yep.
did sort of hit that new high and then dropped off of it. So, but like I said, I didn't meet my strategy. So,
Yep. All right. So Thor will be coming on shortly here, friends, to take you through the next hour of trading. We'd love to see what he did. He traded live with the community today, so we'd love to see what he did. I see we hit our 405 go above 400 likes. Nice. So that's looking well.
beauty.
And
Must
Peter
be.
and I, we stuck to our rules today and look for
Yep.
strategy. And we didn't allow ourselves to get bored and just take anything. Because that happened yesterday. Clearly, we were bored. And we said it too. Like, I think we're just bored. And we were. And bored costs us a lot of money. So we're not doing that today. Or next week. But yeah, we are looking good
For
here.
lucky, never again. But I'm sure it's going to
Yeah,
happen again.
sure it's gonna happen. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
you gotta set realistic
It'll happen.
expectation, right? So don't be too
Yeah.
hard on yourself, guys. Like if you break your rules, it's not the end of the world. I always tell my mentees and new traders, listen, you're not gonna be perfect. So get this perfect idea out of your head. Because what
Mhm.
that actually does, it makes you even want to do more stupid things. So you're not gonna be perfect. What you want to do is though, you want to have good consistent runs, right? With that, when you make an error, you're like, oh wow, like Peter did yesterday. Wow, we haven't done that in a while. That's gonna happen,
Yeah.
right? But it can be in a while, like 2 days ago, 3 days ago, last week, right? It's got to be a while. It's got to be like a couple of
Yeah.
weeks, right? So we're gonna do it again. Usually we don't do it together though, Peter. That's the first, I think. Usually
Yeah,
it's me
that
or
was
you, and we
that
kind of
was yeah, that was
hold
unique.
each other from going up, overboard. But Peter Peter went quiet yesterday. If you guys remember, I'm like, Peter, what are you doing? I'm here talking about let's be disciplined, and Peter's already trading and going short. Oh man, good stuff. All right, good stuff. Good stuff.
That was
But yeah.
Carlos. We truly had a here, hold my beer moment, right? Like we were just
Oh yeah, we did.
the two of us. Like it's like that's what happens when the bros go out at night, right? It all sounds like a
Oh,
good idea.
oh yeah, yeah, that's true.
And
Into after 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. Nothing good happens after two if you're in the wrong place. It's just
That's right.
nothing good
That's
happens. At
right.
home is different. Home, a cabin with your buddies and friends, in a secure environment, okay. But if you're out and about, nothing good happens at that time. So
Yeah.
careful, careful. Uh,
Yeah.
that's it. That's it. Oh, Nvidia did really do some stuff here. I
Yeah.
actually had
Pulled right
lower.
back to the 50 moving average. So,
Very nice, very nice. It's the cereal and the ad jingles. Yeah, man, there's some good
hmm.
ones out there. Like, let me. Do you know this one, Peter? Zoom, zoom, zoom. You know, where's that from? You should know that one.
No, it doesn't sound familiar.
Someone's gonna get this. It's an easy one.
Huh. You stumped us, Carlos. What?
Really?
Oh, Mazda?
Zoom, zoom, zoom. Yeah, they don't do that one in Canada. Oh, this they ads
Not.
from Mazda here all over. Yeah, card
I don't
ad.
know
Yep,
the
yep.
song. I mean,
That's
they
how they
do
do it.
talk
Just
about
do
the Zoom.
zoom, zoom, zoom. That's it. It's just in that tone
Huh.
and
Really?
Mazda. Yeah. Let me see what other
Huh.
ones. Let me see. What else can we find? What jingles out there?
Interesting.
We should do a jingle trivia thing. Mm. Oh, okay. Here it is. The most we got 2 minutes left before Thor comes on. The 20 most memorable advertising jingles of all time. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, of course. Well, this is easy. I'm gonna try to hum it, but not tell you. Dun,
Okay.
dun, 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 dun.
Oh, it's an insurance thing. Uh,
Oh yeah, you
something's on your
barely.
side.
There it
Yeah.
is.
What the heck?
Yeah,
Uh,
that's the number one.
Nationwide. There you go. Nationwide.
Oh
That's number one. That's got to be number one
yeah,
in the US.
that's number one here for sure. Yeah, they're all over. Look at that.
I don't
Everybody
even
got
know
that
if we
one.
have nationwide. I think I've seen it on US TV. I don't think we have nationwide insurance in Canada. Wrong
Oh,
nation. But anyways.
wrong. All right, so how about this one? Ba da ba ba ba.
Oh
You
yeah,
gotta
that's
know this one.
McDonald's.
That's McDonald. Everybody loves
Yeah.
that. That's number
I've I've
two.
I've the heck see I'm surprised that's number two. That feels
That's-
like
Well,
again,
it's
this
it's
is
it's based on probably most memorable and recognized, right? Like, let me read you number 20.
okay.
Uh, Let me see. No, that gives it away. I never heard of this one. Ace is the place with the healthful hardware man. I never heard of that one. Ace Hardware. Have you heard
Ace
that jingle?
Hardware?
I never heard of
I
that one.
can't picture it. I might
It's number.
recognize it if I heard it, but it's not popping to mind, so
So some people heard it here. I never heard of that one. Um,
okay.
what would you do for a Klondike bar? I
Oh
heard
yeah,
that
yeah.
one.
What would you
Ice
do
cream
for a
bars.
Klondike bar? Yeah, know
Yeah.
that one. Yeah.
Be all you can
Guys,
be.
Mike. So just on trading, you asked a question about Microsoft. No, not a mountain pass for me. Once again, it's right over top of yesterday's close, so that disqualifies it for me right away.
Mm.
All right.
Good morning,
Anyways,
gentlemen.
continue. Hey, good morning.
Oh,
We're
Brian. Good
talking
morning. Talking
most
jingles, man.
famous jingles, famous ad jingles of all time.
Okay.
So here's the
Okay,
list. I'll
so
show it to you guys because
give
Brian
us
is.
another one. Oh,
I'll give it. I'll give you. I already showed it, but here it is. You know
uh,
this one. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. You know
dude,
that one.
but
Chili's.
Actually,
the, I know that from the movie. Was that like a Chili's ad?
Chili's
Yep.
ad. There it is.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So
Okay.
this here,
I thought that was
it's
Yeah.
just from the movie. Anyways,
no,
Yeah.
it's there.
Eno. I like that one. Eno. Plop, plop, fizz, fizz.
fizz. Oh yeah. Oh, what a relief it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
know. That's funny.
Lucky
Yeah.
Charms.
Most
Oh yeah,
memorable.
there's some good. They're magically delicious.
What else they have here?
All right. Well, how was your trading day, Carlos, Peter?
Good, man. We had a good
Uh,
trading day today.
Non-existent
Yeah.
for me. I haven't taken a trade yet, so still watching and waiting. Carlos got Nvidia through all-time highs, so good trade for
Nice.
him. Long, yeah. So
Yeah, I got a
Yeah.
nice long on Nvidia right at the open, although I kind of cut it way too early. And I did get a bit of a short on Tesla. Started to break down there. So
all right,
did I
nice.
did a options trade on the SPY and the Qs. When we started the buying break, it started to come in there. So overall,
Oh, okay.
excuse me, overall,
Yeah.
pretty
Bless
good
you.
day.
Bless
Nice, man.
you.
I'm mm, still fighting this cough.
Yeah, I can
And there's
Yeah,
see
there's
get
a
that
That's
that.
what,
man
for
that's
too
what
sure.
you
who I
get to
traded
go.
with
That's what you
this
get for
morning.
going to New York without me, you know.
I
Yeah,
know, I know.
Did you get it in New
It's
York
cut
or
about
in the
those.
time, I know.
cruise? Was it in
I'm
New
just
York you got
kidding.
it? Or was it in the cruise?
No, it was NYC. It's
Okay,
full of
okay.
germs there.
It's pro
It's full of
probably the
germs.
plane. It was more likely it was the plane, frankly.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway,
well,
All right,
I'm not
friends.
lucky
blaming
Well,
guy.
anybody. I just got it. So I'm going down for some breakfast. Have a good rest of the day, everybody.
nice,
All
man.
right.
Yeah. All right. Guys,
Have a
take
Take
care.
care, Brian.
Cheers.
Feel better, man. Feel better. Have a great weekend.
Yeah. It's just a cough now.
Yeah, good, good. Glad feeling better, man. All right, friends. I see Thor. You're ready to rock and roll, man. You got a meetup coming up too this weekend.
Yes,
Is
sir.
it tomorrow
I mean,
or
it's tomorrow. Yeah, we're here. It's
good?
done. It's tomorrow. We're doing it. So
Nice.
we're gonna have a lot of fun hanging out here. Let me get my screen up.
Yeah, get your screen up so we
All
can
right.
switch over to you.
I actually thought I had
And
already put it up.
and me and Peter are gonna hop off, man. Take care, guys. Thor will let you know more about his meetup if you still got an opportunity to make if you're in the area. Peter and I are signing off. Have a great weekend over on YouTube. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't done so already. Subscribe. Today we show you why you should subscribe. Yesterday we didn't. Today we show you why you should subscribe. We follow our rules today. And have a amazing weekend. We'll leave you guys in good hands. Take care, guys.
Trade smart, everyone.
Hey, everybody out there, how's it going? Thank you so much for the likes and the thumbs up and all of that. We always like to kind of start off this segment with that, so I really appreciate everybody. I'm going to show you a little bit about what I've been up to. So this week has been an incredibly strong trading week overall, with just some really good plays and some really good trades. I'm having a little bit of a more frustrating Friday, so I'll show you. My equities trades, but I've started off the day really well. So you can see here on my screen, we were actually in Thursday night mentoring when the news came out that waterfalled the market. And unfortunately, most of us missed the waterfall, but we did, while we were in mentoring, play some bounces and made some pretty sweet profit on the market after it sold off like hotcakes. Right. So this morning, I decided I wanted to try it again because we were holding up here, but then I cut it as we went into the open for a very small loss because the open was very strong. So I went ahead and cut that. So now I'm actually in ES and I'm holding a really weak short position, just 5 contracts. So maybe risking $200 or $300 here to see if we can get a movement back down towards the lows. If we come back up, I'm a little out of position because I'm actually above the 4. But the order book to me seems heavy, and we seem to be selling more than we're buying. So because we've already been underneath, there isn't really a long play here. There's still only a short play. So I'm still kind of targeting back to the downside. So I'm holding a short position here, and I'll stop out if we get like up above S3. That'll probably be like a couple $100. Right. So and that's what I'm doing. Now, here's the crux of my pain. And get ready. This stinking ticker has beat me up today. This is PLTR, my good buddy, has been an absolute pain in the butt for me today. I've taken 2 losses on it already. And I'm in for a third and final try to see if PLTR can once again stay my good buddy. The order book really, and the VPA in the order book really supports being short on this particular ticker. So I just couldn't get enough volume to come into it to get it to dump. So you know, I guess I got to give up on it at some point. But PLTR has been really good to me 404 lately, and especially off of R3 in these ranges, it really has been working really, really well. So, but I'm wishing I had just targeted like SPY, right? Like if I had just targeted SPY and bounced S6 on SPY, that would have been flawless. Or I could have just limit shorted at S4, that would have been flawless, right? So whatever. So now I'm here. Oh, look at this. We got some good selling here. So now I'm going to try and run this across the range. I want to run this all the way to ATR low, hopefully, and hit this here. And with any luck, PLTR will go with it. But if I might even be willing, not for nothing because it's a Friday and I wouldn't mind getting out. Like if PLTR gets down to like 2.5 or 3R, I might go ahead and kill that and neutralize that position and just take my futures money. Because I'm up about a K right now today on futures because of last night. All right. So into the chat. Good to see everybody. Are my cams available on Ninja Trader? Not really. Not like this way where they like switch and do all of that stuff. Only toss, and I've only been able to do that on toss and this. Ooh, look at the bid. We're picking up some bid on NQ and some selling on ES. So if we start to make new lows and reoffer the open, that could be enough to get us going. What's your favorite metal group, Yusem? Like if you were going to listen to anything. Are they based on fib levels? Kind of. Ooh, Black Sabbath. Great choice. Crazy Train. Crazy Train, always a good time. So, I'm looking at CRCL right now, and then I'll tell you what I think. Paranoid was amazing. Oh my God, you're right. All right, so as of right now, you have an abundance of ask and kind of a balance of buying and selling. So it looks like you're more likely to probably go up than down, but we have a really big block at 185. My honest opinion on CRCL is I don't think I would play it. I think right now where you're at right now, I would maybe look to see if it goes all the way down to 180. Maybe it could reverse. I mean, I guess if you're looking for a continuation, you could short towards 180. That makes sense for me. This book is structured. No, yeah. Look at the bid now coming in. This book is more structured, and we're absorbing when we buy. The book looks down, and statistically, this ticker's probably more likely. Hold on. Let's see here. Hammeria Pivot Plays is the one in, what do you mean failed to fetch? You go now. Is CRCL recently IPO'd? You don't like 3 months? Maybe it doesn't have data for it. How long ago did it IPO? Why are you making me do this one? So let's maybe just run back a couple of weeks then, huh? So let's see if this is today. Maybe we just run it back. No, you are silly. There we go. What is today? Today's the 11th. So maybe run it back through the 23rd through the 10th. Don't be like that. All right, so no bueno. It's not going to work. So generically, with generic statistics, right, that it is very unlikely that this ticker will provide a lasting reversal off of this level. But I don't know if that's true or not. It doesn't seem like we're pulling data well on Edgeful for it, so bummer for them. Rude. Um, Google at R, let's look at Google, R3. So today is technically a higher range. So I would prefer to short R4, not R3. I would wait. The volume's not really ready for a reversal either. I would go ahead and see if this rallies. I know NQ looks like it's ready to sell, and it probably is, but the problem is if you go short here, you're going to run into buyers really quickly. And you're not, you want to get a little higher so when you sell, you can get to profit before you start hitting all the buyers. NQ looks like it's about to sell like crazy, though, into this bid. What the heck? Why are you going down while you're going up? Okay, okay. So PLTR just started selling. So you're saying there's a chance. I mean, I already hit my goal on my futures trades from earlier last night, so but it was kind of silly going back a couple of R on equities today. Oh, look at that volume. Come on. That's nice. This ticker is being such a pain in the butt to me today. I'm surprised the ES is, oh, this is CRCL. Ah, I thought I had the ES here. I was like, why isn't the ES selling right now if everything else is selling? That's so funny. Yeah, here we go. See what I mean? See how fun it can, like you don't have to take a lot of contracts. You know what I mean? I was only risking like a couple $100, but if this thing makes this move down to here, I can make a good amount of money on this drop. That was some real good selling. And look, the order book's staying quite lean above it. So the question is, are we going to buy the open here? If we buy the open here, well, what do you mean, Ben? What did I do? How did I see it was coming? How do you notice that crazy sell? Okay, so when I'm so this right here to the left side, this part right here in the pink box, this right here is a visual level 2 or a depth of market. It's an order book. So, and what it has is these are all of the limit orders that are being listed on top and below the book, right? And then these bubbles are market orders that are coming in. So by looking at the bubbles, I can kind of see how the algorithm is responding to these orders. So what I could see is as we were up here and buying, we were absorbing. The buys were no longer lifting the price towards the large orders. And then when our sell order came in, we started to drop, right? We then re-offered back up and our market structure actually shifted. You can actually see here, we had orders come. Wow, that's a really big thing. You can actually see here that we had orders actually come off the book to the top side and come onto the book to the downside, right? So the market maker, the specialist algorithm is kind of showing you that it's tiering the book for a sell. And then notice here when this big red dot hit, notice how we again lose orders off the top side, but we bring orders into the downside. So this to me looks like distribution right now on the order book, right? Because I'm seeing our volume drop, right? Our volume is dropping as we're going up and we're absorbing buys. And as we move, our volume comes in and it increases and moves us to the downside, right? So it looks kind of distributionary. Now we're back at the open, right? So if we can't get buyers to buy the open, if we can sell through the open right here, you got to imagine anyone who bought here and then bought here, right? So if we crack that low, right, 62.8850, this algorithm is going to start selling like crazy, right? Because anyone who bought this gap here are going to start selling. That's going to allow us to offer value on this gap, which we didn't before. It was a very strong candle, right? So it'll let us, we'll probably go offer this value area here shortly. So watch, I'll mark it now. And if we go there, you'll see how it interacts. Horizontal. So it's this value area right here. So we bought and then came and then broke, consolidated, and then went down, reoffered, came down, and then bought through it. That's the area right there. If we go down and hit that and crack that, we'll probably go hit my order. So right now, notice what level they're buying, right? They're buying right now above the open price. But when they bought above the open price, let's get into our chutes and ladders game. When they bought at the open price, how did that go? Like what was the response to the opportunity to buy the open? So far, pretty weak, right? When we bought here, that was good volume, and then we re-offered, and then we went to buy. That was pretty weak. Right? So but is it strong? No. Is it super weak? No. Right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to watch them re-offer this value area here, right? And if we get strong buying in here, we're going to push all the way back up to S4. Right? Because this is where we broke, right? There's a block right here. So let me show you. Hold on. I'll use some lines. There's an order block right here. So see, and now watch this. See him right here? Here we go. Look how 62.98 and 3/4, 62.98.10. Look how the order block is right in the same exact spot. The order's right at the cam. So you can see the order's right at the cam. See how there's a void above? So they're pulling right up to this order. They're going to offer here. If they buy through, they could just blast through this void. Right? But they really don't, they generically really wouldn't want to, because they're going to have to give up price without doing transactions. And we have a lovely tier back to the downside. So I have a feeling we're going to wick up and then stuff and go back down. But ooh, never mind. That actually changed things ever so slightly. Look at the market structure shift when they bought there. That's interesting. That was some real buying. I still like the idea of being short. I want to get down here to ATR low. The other thing I'm thinking too is, do I really think we're going to rally and go all the way through pre-market high and go all the way up to R4 today? I mean, I guess we could. I just think the counter trending breakdown fits today's market news and everything much better. But they are being a pain in the butt. Man, I was glad I got some of that sell last night. How's PLTR looking? I just stopped looking at it. Oh, not bad. The market news, Ralph, last night mostly was centered around a tariff announcement regarding our dear friends to the north. So I believe I forget the percentage, but I believe 35. Any in the room, anyone back me up here? What do we got? 30, 35? 5% was it? Yeah, 35. 35% tariff on our top hat. Oh man. I'm actually, I think it's kind of hit me with it to Timu. I think the market is getting used to this negotiation tactic. You know what I mean? So, I just think there we go. There's some real selling hitting the market again. See, shoots and ladders. See, as we went back up, like we got the larger volume, but when we had the larger volume, we actually got really small candles for such large volume. So it really didn't look like we were rallying there. I'm short because we're at S4 after being under S4. So the counter trending breakdown towards ATR low is the play I would choose today every single time. This is Thinkorswim actually that I'm utilizing over here, but I'm just using it to run Bookmap. And this is Bookmap, these two indicators. This is the futures for ES and the micro futures for ES and NQ. And I'm trading micro futures right now on ES. So Sonny, that first off, I did write an entire book, a complete day trading system, right? And that outlines my entire trading system, right? Which is really important to kind of, really lets you understand how to use the indicator. The indicator I have here in TV right now tells you which plays to play based upon the ranges and the criteria and all of that stuff. So, but basically how it works is when you're looking at cams, right? I have my plays split up based upon higher ranges or lower ranges so we can take maximum advantage of ATR, right? Because my system is a day trading system, right? It's designed for longer intraday holds, right? I'm selling here. I'm not going to take profit maybe even until I get all the way to ATR low, right? This is how I can take 5 contracts risking a couple $100 and make $1,000, right? I do it by not partialing and by holding for a really long time, right? So I need a strategy that's going to take maximum advantage of ATR. So for me, the only ATR move that makes sense, according to my strategy, is the higher range counter trending S4 breakdown from outside S4, right? So we're at S4, right? So I got short around S4 and I just ran my stop very loosely because I'm a day trader, right? I don't care about that. I just care about range, right? And what my loss is. So I ran a maximum loss of like 250 on this one, and I'm going to try and hopefully get like between 500 and $1,000 out of this trade if it works, right? And I've already made about $1,000 already last night, right? Because when the future started to sell last night, I was able to play some of that. So right now, do the market makers know how many shares of Soxel I'm holding if it is a lot? No. I mean, I guess they could find out, but they wouldn't care. Market makers are not interested in that in any capacity whatsoever. Market makers are surprisingly less. So a lot of people, when they think, I just play off of the alerts that come through, by the way, financial freedom. Sorry, I skipped you. If I skip you, by the way, everybody, full disclosure, I have ADHD like nobody's problem, right? So there is a chance if I didn't answer you, it's just because I didn't see it. You know what I mean? This thing can get scrolling quickly. So if it's been a little bit and I start hitting other questions, feel free to throw your question in again. You're not going to upset me. Okay. So right now, so market makers are traders, just like you and I are, right? So in the hierarchy of trading, right, we have what we call our institutional orders, right? So most of your institutional traders are traders that are trading very large hedges, very large funds, right? They're trading, mom and pop shares, you know what I mean? The 401k stuff. And this generates a really large quantity of our volume, but almost if not all of that volume is done algorithmically, right? Because what happens, like when you say, like if you call on your 401k and say, I want to sell, let me pull up Amazon on a different tab so I can watch my position and go back and forth. So if you go into the mom and pop, hey, actually do this. I don't know if you can type this. Sorry, the ADHD is strong today. I'm really excited about the get together. If you can get that right there, that's my entire chart set up. So if you can, I'll just leave that there for a second. That's my whole layout. If you click that link, it'll literally just load my layout into your platform. No, Corey, not yet. I just got this shared and working. We just started buying again. Anyway, so Amazon right now, I really don't have a play for the way this thing is acted. I like that it hit monthly R3. If it gets back up to monthly R3, I wouldn't like to be above R4. It could be a short right here. If we start to sell on the NQ and you reject, you could possibly get a nice short here. Your target, if you did, would be pre-market low. But there is quite a bit of buying, but the volume on it is quite low. So maybe think about that. I don't risk points. I risk money. So depending on how wide my stop is, I just take as many contracts as I can based upon a certain amount of loss. I'm really not worried about how much money I make out of every trade as much as I am as making sure I don't lose any more than a certain amount. Like if I can make more, I will, right? Ideally, I want to try and run the entire ATR. So that's normally around 4R for me, but sometimes more. I mean, I've had some 8R and 10R trades in the past, month that have really run really quite well for me and followed trend. So the ATR indicator, here's all my indicators. It's also by BruzzX. It's the adaptive ATR limits. All right, so mom and pop orders, right? Most of the time when you go and you sell those orders or you call the phone number and you're like, hey, I want to get out of this position, those orders all execute as MOO orders and MOC orders at the beginning or the end of the previous day, right? So you got to really kind of pay attention to that's where most of the traffic comes from. Specialists or market makers are traders just like you and I are. I mean, now there's algorithms, but we don't, we're going to, they don't really like work the price. Like specialists have tickers that they're involved in that they work, but that's really about it. Like they know varied things within those, but even then they're not paying attention to who is holding so much of their position unless you're like a shareholder, like a majority shareholder. Then people start to care about that kind of stuff. But like if you have a whole lot of Soxel, I mean, the only way that would really matter to them is if it was a whole lot of Soxel, like $5 or $10 million worth of Soxel, or maybe $30 million of Soxel. You know, I mean, maybe they would know, but they never really know where anybody's out. That's why they jig. Right. So the analogy that I like to use for price probing is the same way we jig fish. Right. So I don't know if anyone's super country like I am. I'm using my non-country accent right now, so I don't terrify all of you. Because you know what I'm saying? So, but when you go out fishing and you're out there looking, especially on the river, right? You know, think of this as an analogy. This is how the market maker discovers where orders are. All right, imagine that you're walking down a river and you're trying to figure out where to catch a fish in a river, right? How do you determine, work with me here, people, because I want some interactions and some likes and some thumbs up and stuff. It's that time anyway, 7:30. Work with me, people. Imagine, like, what are you going to look for first to start casting? What in a river that is moving are you going to look for to start casting? What about that location? If it's a river and you're going down the river, we don't got a lot of fisher people in here, I can see. If you're going down, what are you looking for in that river when you're looking? It is structural, right? You're looking for a slowdown, right? Why are you looking? You're looking for an area in the fast current where the fast current slows down, right? Now, the reason why you're doing that is not because of the big fish. It's because of what? What type of fish pulls in the small, or in that little back, in the little eddy there, right? What kind of fish is going to sit in there? Yes, Ben. Yes. Bait fish, the small fish, the minnows, the fish that the big fish eat are in that eddy, right? And that's why you cast into the eddy, right? You're not looking for small fish. You're looking for big fish. You're looking for Andrew. You're looking for Avi. You're looking for Tim Sykes, right? You're looking for what we call pro-tail traders, right? Pro-tail traders are retail traders just like we are, right? But they're doing the same things we're doing, but with massive bank accounts, right? So exactly, they're trying to entice the predator fish. Corey, that's exactly what it is, right? So when you start casting into the eddy, what the first thing you're looking for is small bites, right? That's why you don't yank really fast, right? You throw it into where the small bites are and right where those small hits are. When you find the small hits, you just keep casting, right? You don't care that you're not catching the small ones. You know, if you stir up the small ones, that the big ones will come in to investigate what's going on. When the big one comes in, the small ones spook and run, and the only thing that's left is your lure. And that's why you can use a lure with no smell, no stink on it, no taste on it or nothing, just a shiny double-headed rooster tail, right? Oh, I just exposed my country roots there. Just a shiny double-headed rooster tail you can throw out and cast there, and you will hit big fish all day, every day. But it's not the big fish that you're after. It's the small ones, right? And this is how, right, the market maker gets you out, right? You get out because they're after them, but you don't scatter, right? They're casting in, they're casting in, they're casting in, right? And then you get in the eddy, right? You don't want to get into a trade while the price is in the eddy. If you're a momentum trader, you want to get into the price when we're transitioning from the river, from one eddy to another. You know what I mean? And this is where most of our traders, especially momentum traders, are going to really have an issue, is because you're not being patient enough to wait for us to come out of the eddy and get into the flow of the river. right? So you're staying in this exact area. Now, there's some of us that are range traders that specialize in sitting in eddies, right? I sit right next to the edge and I watch the cast and I watch the cast. And then when the big fish hits, right, then I go with the action, right? So, but it takes a lot of patience as a range trader, but I'm not as concerned about if we're going up or if we're going down. I just don't want to come out of the eddy in the wrong direction, right? If we come out of the eddy in the wrong direction, then I was wrong. You know what I mean? And I want to get out, right? So this is kind of the thing we want to stay focused on in that. No, they don't know how many shares you have. They don't even know how many shares the big players have. That's why they have to probe, right? If they knew, they wouldn't need to do that. They would just go. You know what I mean? They would just go up. They would just go down. They would not care, right? So like kind of like PLTR right now. Apparently, they just don't care. So no, PLTR is on low RVOL, I can tell you that. So cool. I think that was a fun explanation. So you know, you guys like the country analogies? I always thought like, you know, that's kind of a easier way to get some of that information across than trying to, you know, get all technical. Man, you know who impresses me? If y'all ever get a chance to come, if y'all come back behind the paywall here, you guys got to hang out with Jared. That dude is so smart. It just blows my mind. So, but thanks to him, I now know what the halving cycle on Bitcoin is. So nice, Mark. Yeah, country. We're absorbing again on the NQ. So, but our order book structure is more bullish than it was. But still, as we buy, we're not really moving up as well as we should be. It's still, so there was some analytics that were put out, and it shows that a lot of this upward movement has not been gamma, which is very interesting. A lot of the upward movement we've had has actually been retail. A lot of retail people are buying these highs right now. So what do you think that means to you? What kind of sell-off do you think we're going to have if all of these highs are being bought mostly by swing traders and retail traders? When we finally start to sell, it's gonna be a monster. Yeah, it'll be like 10% in 2 months. I mean, it's gonna be huge. Because once the big player, because all the big players are hanging out way lower now, so it's the reason why I can't get long. It's why I keep sitting in short positions. I just can't handle being long right now. We're just too high for me. We're at monthly R3 on everything. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, I can talk about Edgeful. So the major stats that I like in Edgeful, there are two specific stats that I really, really like a whole lot, right? I'll do them on equities because I think that'll make it easier. First off, let's do it on pick an equity, any equity. PLTR. You're too slow. All right. So first stat I really, really like, gap fill stat. I know PLTR is an equity. Oh, I see what you said before that. That's funny. I just killed PLTR. I'm done with this ticker right now, and I made enough money on it to recapture the money that I lost on it. So it's like 2.5R. I'm ready. I'm so ready to call this a vacation. So I'm still holding my futures trade, but I'm just done with equities today. So on PLTR. So if we're looking at PLTR, one of the stats that I really, really like on PLTR is this gap fill stat. So whether it opens above or below PDC, it fills the gap to PDC 78. Let's say 3/4 of the time. Right? So if you're looking at PLTR, right, previous day's close, is right here. Now it's not a very helpful stat today, right? Because we opened right under it and filled it in about 5 seconds, right? But on days where you open away from it, like if you open down here and the S4 was here on a lower, wider range, that makes S4 buy a much more compelling buy on this particular ticker, right? Because it will very likely rally and close previous day's close, and it'll do that 75% of the time. Well, 71% of the time. Right, so like if you look at maybe, let's look at, let's see here, maybe Nvidia. Now, again, everything open too close to their previous day's closes. Here we go. Look at Tesla. So Tesla, perfect S3 buy today. Higher, wider range, S3 to R3. I know lots of people this morning, we were talking about it and took it. It did come back to S3. But again, a really nice buy. So watch Tesla, for instance. Right? Gap fill on Tesla 71% of the time. If it's gapped up 60%. So if you're gonna flip a coin, it's better to flip in that direction. Let's take this down to less than 6 months. Let's go to 3 months. There we go. That, because I thought I remembered, right? So the gap fill on this one is also around 3/4 in the past 3 months. Right. So Tesla, when it's sold down and bought off of S3, we buy S3. This is why, by the way, in the CAM system, this stat is the reason why we require the sweep direction we require. Right. The reason why I want to go down and hit S3 rather than going up first is because if we close PDC before we sweep down, like we've already closed PDC, so this buy here is a little bit less ideal than this buy here. I would rather be in here just holding a position, right? I don't care that it came back down. I would still be holding it, right? Just going for like I would still be going for R3. You know, it's not, you know, but you've closed the gap there. So this movement back up is less effective, right, than the reverse of that. You know what I mean? So it's really, really handy. So fill percentage is of the gap distance, how much that fills. So another one I really like, and this one's a really fun one, is the IB stat. Right? So the IB stat is on Tesla. So here's our low and here's our high. Actually, yeah, and that is our 1 hour high. So that's our initial balance range, is that space right there. So Tesla, if it breaks its IB, right, which is that line right there, if it breaks that, it's going to break this side only 18% of the time. Right? So it's a fairly helpful stat, right, when you're looking at it. Right, because your chances of actually breaking and making low of day now that you've broken high of day is much, much lower, like, you know, 1 in 5. Now, today could be that 1 in 5 day. That's obviously true, right? But still, I am not red for the day, thank God. But I actually am green for the day, just ever so slightly. I did finally get enough move on PLTR to get over 2R, and I just clipped that one. And then I looked at and then I have a futures trade that I already won after hours yesterday. So I'm in a pretty good spot, and I'm still holding a short now, which is probably not going fantastic, but whatever. I still think we're going to sell off by the end of the day and close way down here. So I'm still holding it. I don't really care. I'm up actually about a K right now, so I can risk it, and I'm okay with it. ES right now, we're in a buying range now, so it's not the world's greatest place to short. So, and if it gets much higher than this, I'll get rid of it and just have a nice day, actually. I've had an incredible week. Right now the stop loss is a mental one. So I'm just going to close it whenever I don't want to hold it anymore. So that I'm kind of playing this more like I'm just kind of letting this one wiggle. I only took a very small amount of contracts just so I could leave this one on. And this is actually practice for me. So I'm trying to scale towards being more comfortable with being down large, different distances because I'm working towards, more holistically day trading. So this is actually kind of a practice environment for me for this, just small shares. I'm already up money, so I could just kind of let it be. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Here they are, right here. I don't want to lose more than like 300, 250 or $300 on this or something like that. So I was up about 100 or something like that for a little bit. I love NQ when it moves. When it move, we move. It's a good but ES can be a lot easier to trade because it's slower. So I think next week I'm still trying to beg some more guests to come on with me. Nathan was supposed to come on today, but he woke up a little under the weather today. So he ended up not being able to come on. But we will try and get him on maybe Monday. Might have Nathan on. I was talking with Lenny. Might try and have Lenny here on Tuesday if he's available. Dr. V, I believe Wednesday is going to come back again. That the numbers on the Wednesday segments have been pretty awesome. So cams work great with everything, Deesh. Every single cams they work on everything. All those same market makers work on all the same stuff. So it works on equities, low floats, futures, Bitcoin. The system works on everything. It's incredibly versatile. Just watch the lines, understand how they're supposed to work, and then look for volume and adherence, and then you're there. So initial balance is the 1 hour high and low, right? So when a ticker opens, the opening price, it goes down and then it goes up, or sometimes it just goes up, right? Whatever that low of that 1 hour high and low, that's what we call the IBR, the initial balance range. If we break the high in the IBR on the vast majority of tickers, we're going to stay on that side of the chart. Right? It's very rare. Most tickers only double break that IBR like 20% of the time, right? Or even less. Like certain tickers, like you'll notice like, let's say like, I think it's Nvidia, for instance. No, actually, Nvidia's up a little bit, 25%. So you can tell it's been more indecisive lately. Let's check like, yeah, like look at coin, for instance. Like if you trade coin, right? If coin breaks its high of day after 10:30, you don't really ever want to reverse it, right? Because the chances of it not breaking is almost nothing, right? So it's going to always break pretty much, right? But the chances once it has broken of it reversing and coming all the way back through the bottom is like 15% at best, right? That's pretty weak sauce. You know what I mean? So make sure you have Thor mode turned on. So to activate Thor mode, go to load the settings, go up to Camaria Pivot Plays, hit the little edit options preset Thor. Selling. Come on now. Look at that selling. Ooh. Ah. Yes, water. That's not a double break. Double break is the high and then the low. If it breaks the high, we expect it to keep going. Generically, most of your continuations. So this is let me tell you one of the biggest misconceptions ever thought of in retail trading. Let me ask you a question. Do reversals set up better early or late? If you think it's early, type early. If you think it's late, type late. Do reversals set up better early or do they set up better late? Ooh. The IBR stat that I've been showing you already gives you the answer, for the record. It's early. It's early. The vast majority of all of your long-lasting reversals that actually run the range and give you a good ATR move are all going to set up within the first hour of the day. The IBR stat shows us, right, on every single ticker that double breaks occur well less than 30% on almost any ticker. Right? So almost every reversal that you're really going to want to take, you're going to want to get to it in an hour. Now, if you take a reversal after the first hour, what kind of reversal do you want to take? A head and shoulders or a double top? Like a mountain pass, let's say. Oh, you're going to want the mountain pass or the double top. Why? Because a head and shoulders requires you to break the high of the 1030 IB high in order to make the head. Right? Where if it made a 1030 high and then it reoffers but doesn't break high of day, you still have a statistical probability of breaking the low. Now, based upon the IB stats like coin, for instance, that we just showed. Oh, I closed it. Darn. That showed that there was only a 10% chance, right, that we would not break our IB stats. What happens with that thought set on holding that towards the end of the day, right, or holding it for the low? The closer you get to the low, the more that stat buffs, right? The closer you get down to the low, the more the stat buffs that you're going to break the low. So the closer you get, the more you hold, not less, right? Because the chances you don't break, exponentially, the closer you get, the more certain it is that it's going to happen. And if you're already short and you're short from premium, then you're going to likely run out ATR low. This is what, because the chances of you now breaking that and going and breaking the top and running ATR high down to like 15%, right? But if it breaks and runs to ATR low, you're golden. And if you sold premium, you are not going to be retested on your position at all, right? You can just sit there, right? And hang out, right? And not even worry about it. Because statistically, if it works 80% of the time, as long as you execute it consistently, you're going to be on that. But don't forget, the vast majority of your reversals. So if you're coming in and you're sitting down at your desk at 11 o'clock in the afternoon or 12 o'clock in the afternoon, are you going to look for a reversal now? Or are you going to look for a continuation play? I hope you're saying continuation play, because that's pro tip right there for you, right? The vast majority of setups in the after 10:30 to 11 o'clock are going to be better as continuations on whatever happened from the first hour, right? So if you get a reversal in the first hour, it's going to be a continuation. If you've got a rally that closes high and flags, it's still going to be a continuation. You know what I mean? Generically, after the first hour, you're going to move directionally with whatever direction it picks after the first hour. Right? If it's very, very double break is the break of the 1 hour or the IBR high and then the low. Right? So that's why, again, let me hit this one more time. I'll draw it just to make it super clear. Right? So let's say this is a 60-minute candle. That's your 60-minute candle right there. Right? So that's your 1 hour high and your 1 hour low. If you break high of day, right, after that 1 hour, the chances of you coming back down and breaking, so for instance, this is like on coin, right? If you break the high of day, the chances of breaking the low of day are only 15%. right? The chances of you staying on this once you break that, the chances of you coming all the way back down to here are 15%. If you don't break, the chances of you not breaking is only 10%. Right? So if you, let's say you get your high of day and then afterwards you re-offer, right? Let's get rid of this guy. Let's say you re-offer premium at high of day, but you don't break high of day, you fail before you pierce it, come down and then start to sell like that. That trade right there has an insanely high probability of being successful, because if there's only a 10% chance you don't break, then the lower you go, the better this stat gets. Right? Now, if it does break, right? Let's say we do the opposite here. Wow, I didn't know I drew that many lines before I did that arrow. I would have just erased it. If it comes down to here and then does break it after that 1 hour, then the play you're going to look for is a re-offer of premium and then a continuation out. Right? This, after 1 hour, if we break our high, this is the play that statistically follows the best. Right? Now, is there going to be, are we going to have moments that don't follow that? Of course, we'll have exceptions, right? Part of stock trading is planning for the rule, not the exception, knowing that the exception will and often occur, right? You're talking about a 15% variance, right? So of course, anytime you do this, right, there are going to be moments in which it doesn't work, right? But the importance is the consistency of application, right? If this happens this way 80% of the time, as long as you do it correctly 80% of the time, right, then it will. The RVol setting I have is an indicator, and I'm not 100% certain it works. So it's very basic. It's a 14 length RVol, and basically tickers with low RVol tend to not move through their big orders. You know what I mean? So I generically like a higher RVol when I expect a stock to sell through its large orders. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that, Justin. I can link that into TV now, can't I? Isn't there an indicator that does that? I'll have to look. I'll have to go find it because I definitely would love to have that in here. If your budget only allowed for one service to be added to your standard trading platform, what would it be? Bookmap before anything else? All I really need is a chart and volume. Like if I can read the volume and read charts, like with my cams indicators on it, I could probably survive with just that. I do love me some order book. I do really like having the order book available. So I would say on top of that, yeah. But yeah. Cool. All right, everybody. It is noon, people. It is Friday. We have the BBT meetup in St. Augustine tomorrow. So if you've got a minute, come on. I hope you all see some of you there. I hope you all have a great week. I'll see you next week, Monday. Keep it green. I forgot.